Hi everybody, and welcome back to Vampire the Masquerade on StorytellerSpira's channel. As usual, on Fridays now we have our new game, A War Between Factions, an Anarch special game that is story told by the lovely Revolver C. And so let's get into it. Revolver, can you give us a little bit of a wrap up from where we ended last time, the important facts, and then we'll introduce our characters for anybody that's new or forgot.
Sure. So, hey guys, I'll be your storyteller for the evening. Name's Revolver C. As Spira said, we're playing Anarchs, which is, not Camarilla nor Sabat. They're kind of Anarchs. So they follow by their own rules, but they don't go too crazy. But this is placed in Southern California in the Anarch Free States. And yeah, so given a recap, last time on Anarchs, the players found a Marcus's body. Marcus was part of a gang, and they were part of the troop. He kind of went renegade, as he was, not given any information, and he was quite hot-headed. So they found him hanging, blistered, bloodied everywhere, and eventually they did speak to the new Prince of LA, the self-proclaimed Prince of LA, named Isaac, and they received an audio recording going through like the interrogation process through this body that they did find. And he may have hinted whether or not there is a traitor amongst one of them, but whether that's to raise paranoia or it's factual, the players have yet to find. They did learn about 3 Camarilla kindred named Moss, Rose, and Sid's sire, Aiden Cook. Otto, later that night, after all was said and done, tomorrow actually, the next night, Otto did set up a meeting with the California State Governor David Schwartz and blackmailed him. So now he kind of has a high political figure in his pocket, as well as the streetwalkers do. Izzy delivered some various drugs and party favors, shall we say, to the Widow's Web, which is the nightclub that one of the gangs called the Streetwalkers own. And in order of Boris, who said it was a favor so there'd be no payment or anything. So Izzy approached the bar and saw one of the streetwalkers named Sel, who is the mother matron. She's kind of petitioned to keep track of all the escorts and make sure everything's, going accordingly and no one gets hurt, yada, 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 stuff like that. But she seemed troubled and spaced out, but before she could get out what exactly was troubling her, Lilith, the leader of the Streetwalkers, explained that there was an important guest that they both needed to attend to, so they had to go freshen up, get their makeup on point and whatnot. Jasmine, played by our lovely Hope, she received a court date from the district attorney. She has a client named Bruce Malione, who has been framed, so he says, by the streetwalkers. So he's looking to clear his name, and she is looking to help. She wanted to investigate and follow Otto Namoto, played by Zabani. However, she strongly suggested against that. She was like, stay home, don't go out of the house, kind of deal. And he reluctantly obeyed. And later that night, Sid and Jewel decided to have a night on town after Sid did receive a call from her sire. He is a little bit, just a tiny bit obsessed with her. So he did, give her sweet nothings, really, and promised her, like they'll be reunited, stuff like that. So they decided to go the Widow's Web, kind of clear their head. Unfortunately for them, they did see Sid's sire there. And as the night kind of progressed, Otto's surveillance equipment was tampered with. There was a network adapter inside one of the equipments. It seemed to be deleting files, or so it says. And with that, the laptop that Otto received from the night before was also stolen. Izzy was face to face. She decided to follow Aiden in the back alleyway and was face to face with Moss and Aiden. She got a really good look at them. She saw that Moss had the laptop, and they decided to walk down the alleyway out of sight. With that, she did decide to go back to Otto and Jewel, who were upstairs in the surveillance room to tell them the situation. She said there might be something bigger planned in the club, as it is only around midnight. So there's still a lot of night to shed by. And Jasmine went to go snoop in the private room area and was met with a bodyguard of some sort, so she couldn't really go past, and had a brief and threatening encounter with Lilith, again, the leader of the Streetwalkers. She just kind of casually threatens to watch her back, make sure that she gets home safely, as a loving host would do. So, last we left off with Jewel, Izzy, and Otto in the surveillance room talking about how this may be more than, or there may be more yet to come. So, we'll start off with that scene. But before we do, let's introduce characters real quick. We'll start with Spira. Who are you playing? And give a physical description if you can.
Alright, and I'll get my picture up as well, but I'll describe myself in a second. Alright. Hello, I am Sydney Moreau. I am a French woman I was born in mid-to-late 1800s, and not too long after became a gangrel. My sire was an interesting person. After a little while spending enough time with him, a few decades here and there exploring the world, I decided that I couldn't stand dealing with him anymore and escaped to America. Once I was there, I found out about these anarchs, vampires that didn't like the Camarilla or any of the other sex factions, wanted to stand alone, thinks they're more independent. They should be. And I moved to California to follow that up some more, because that is where the Free States are. I joined the Warhounds. They are mostly gangrel, but we accept all that, understand what it means to be a part of our little gang, our little bit of our warriors, as it were. Unfortunately, recently it seems my sire has made his way into the city and is looking for me. I am neither thrilled nor ready to deal with this, but we'll see what happens.
And physical description, if you could.
Yeah, so Sydney is kind of like late 20s. She has blonde hair that is shaved down the sides, but then also like braided along the sides, with like some of it flipped over. She has some scars, slightly more prominent ones, along her upper arms from all her exploring in the Congo and all kinds of wild places across the world. Like kind of brighter colored eyes and small, like petite face that's very common to French women. She's thinner, but also a bit athletic, so yeah.
Cool, and you're playing a gangrel, right?
Yes, I am playing a gangrel, and I am part of the Warhound gang, where there is a leader and another friend in the group, the right-hand girl, both also gangrel.
Perfect. All right, Jasmine, how about you explain who you're playing as and clan, etc.?
I'm Jasmine. I am a Bruja lawyer with the Dragons of the East. I thought it'd be a pretty fun gig. So far, it has been pretty entertaining, I guess. Lately, I found myself at the Widow's Web for a client. They don't seem the friendliest. That might be because of our gang rivalry, but I mean, I don't know. I'm sure they'll come around to me.
Yeah, just gotta give them time. They'll warm up. Zabani, who are you playing as, and what clan are you from?
My name is Autonomoto. I am a Ravnos, though most of the people around here don't know that. I am also a member of the Streetwalkers. I joined around 1999 after deciding to become more involved in my community, as it were. I was embraced in a concentration camp in Germany after being born in Depression-era Germany. Yes, I understand that I am Japanese and look like speak like a German. It's a thing.
Perfect. And last but certainly not least, saving the best for last. Elvish name. Who are you playing as? What clan are you from?
Hello, I'm Izzy. I obviously am a Toreador, just because the way I look and everything. No, I'm a Nosferatu, for those who don't know that. Nosferatu. I'm originally from London, and I'm here in LA because people over there got too jealous of the way that I looked, right? And so they just started making too many Nosferatus, and I was a bad influence. So they banished me over here, and that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Uh-oh. What happened?
Oh no, we lost our storyteller.
We did.
Lilith, where'd you go?
What do we do? It's like the second act of Into the Woods when they get rid of the narrator.
That was strange. I'm sorry. I'm coming back.
It's okay.
I don't know what happened.
Hey, look, I'm Revolver! I'm Revolver, and I say that Izzy is the winner and also gets $7,000 and all kinds of other wonderful things happen, like
Just let her have this. She doesn't have anything else in life.
Give her XP.
It's true. Hi, I'm back.
Oh, we found Revolver.
Hold on.
Damn it!
Something moved around slightly.
Sorry, I really don't know what happened there. Anyways, yeah. So as I said, we're leaving off with. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, sorry. Leaving off with Jewel, Izzy, and Otto in the surveillance room. As I said, Izzy kind of proclaimed that there may be something more happening tonight, as she did see, like, you know, them kind of setting up the dumpster in front of the back room, and she moved it back. So there may be something more the camera layer planning. So
yeah, and I went right to Otto, and I didn't tell anybody else yet. I kind of figured, you know, it's he would tell the people who needed to like know and fix shit. So
right.
Yeah,
so we'll start off with that.
I told Lilith.
Yeah, and she kind of said, just, you know, take care of the situation, make sure the cameras come back up, sort of deal.
Yeah, and I also contacted the security and basically said, I don't know what might be happening, but keep your eyes out, things and stuff. Yay.
Okay, yeah. So as you guys are kind of, you know, discussing, Jewel will kind of, in disbelief, say, you guys think something more might happen? Well, what gives you that idea?
I'm sorry, who was saying this?
Jewel, she is the second Warhound. She came with Sid.
Right. And Izzy's in here, right?
yeah, I didn't leave. I don't think.
Well, we had Izzy saw that they moved something in front of the door, and that is generally done to keep people from leaving in a hurry.
Oh shit, man. And she'll kind of like pace back and forth. She's very out of her element. She doesn't know exactly like what to do. And she stops and says, look, maybe I should call Fang over. I mean, he's in San Jacinto right now. It's a couple hours out, but you know, some help is better than no help, right?
Right. So I have a couple questions. What time of night is it?
It's about midnight, like 30 minutes past midnight.
And what time do we usually close?
Like 2 o'clock. Last call would be about like 1:30. In California, it's illegal to serve alcohol anywhere past 2. So.
All right. Hell, if he is a few hours away, I don't know how much help he could. I suppose he could help look for a bomb or something. I don't know what they've done.
And when you mention bomb, she kind of begins to lose her cool a little bit and starts pacing around again, like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
But I can't really do much right now. What with my security system being taken down.
Why can't you just say there's a fire in the kitchen and evacuate the building like it was normal before anything happens?
Because Lilith would lose her mind.
But do you want her to lose her metaphorical mind, or the people downstairs to probably lose most of their limbs? If it is a bomb, for example.
Inversely, if it's not a bomb and I evacuate everyone, then look, I have so much egg on my face.
You want me to say I started a fire? I'll do it. Fucking... I don't care about blame, alright? It's me. I don't give a shit. Come on. I care if the people downstairs, your customers, are hurt, okay?
I don't know if that would be a bad idea, actually.
Okay, so then. You got a cigarette?
Why
Jewel
would I
kind
have
of
a
like
cigarette?
So I can put it
Actually, wait, no.
Unless you just want me to pull the fire alarm.
No, I'm gonna say, why would I have a cigarette? Actually, and I'm gonna go into my desk, and I have cigarettes from the other night.
Jewel
take
kind
them.
of.
I don't.
She's like, whoa! We're gonna burn the place down. Like,
No!
I'm not
Damn it.
going-
Of course not. I'm not gonna cause any actual damage, but there has to be something, you know? I was just gonna light a trash can on fire.
Oh god. She kind of paces around again. Like, maybe I should find Sid. You know, like, you know, tell her what's happening.
Yeah, sure, if you want to.
Yeah.
Probably a good idea.
Yeah, she'll kind of like go out the door, and you'll kind of hear her talk to someone like over the phone, like, hello, hey, yeah, you know, like a conversation, and she'll quickly just leave after that. The voice kind of fades away after.
Look, mate, just say it was a drunk patron trying to smoke in the bathroom, alright? It's... leave it. Let it smoke, let the alarm go off, I'll pull it, and we'll just get everybody out of here normal.
That is actually a fantastic idea. I knew I could rely on you.
And that's what I'm here for, thanks.
All
So
right.
I go off to go do that.
So you're going to burn a trash can and then pull the fire alarm?
Yeah. Put a cigarette. Throw it in the...
Okay. Yeah, we'll get back to that. Sid, you're still dancing in the middle of the dance floor, kind of nonchalantly. You're trying to look as inconspicuous as possible while still peering the area. You do notice that Jasmine just head out from the like restroom, private room area, and is making her way towards the bar, though.
Okay, she didn't call me?
No. Or you mean Jewel?
Yeah.
No, she didn't call you.
Okay. So, but I see her heading towards the restroom area?
You see Jasmine leaving from the restroom area,
Oh, okay.
and going towards the bar. Yeah.
But I didn't see Jewel.
Not yet. Not in this point of time.
Alright, so I see Jazz leaving that area, and I haven't seen Adrian in a little while. I've just been trying to like keep up my own shtick of not, you know, paying attention, just having a good time. I will watch where Jazz heads.
Yeah. Yeah. Last time we left off, she was kind of heading towards the bar.
Alright, so yeah, no, I'll casually cut out from the dance floor because I already feel like I'm probably not putting on a good show if anyone is watching. I'm nervous, so I figure, you know, let me go actually sit at the bar, maybe have a drink. So after, I'll wait till she like grabs a spot, if she doesn't like grab a chair, and just kind of sidle up slowly and be like, hey, so oh, sorry, not French. So how was the night going?
I'm sorry, how was the what going?
Is the night?
It's going good. It's going pretty all right. I don't exactly know where anyone is. Do you know if your friend Izzy was still looking after for your friend?
I believe so. I haven't seen her yet, and my other friend went off with someone else. It's just me at the moment.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know. Did Lilith pass by? She was leaving the private room, so I thought maybe she would have come down here.
I've seen her walking around the bar all night, but not in the last few moments, I don't think. I've been a little preoccupied.
Yeah, no, of course. I'm sorry. Is he still around?
I haven't seen him. I'm not sure what's going on.
Yeah, and as you two ladies are talking at the bar, Sid, you do notice Jewel kind of descending down from the stairs from the surveillance room, and she'll kind of look around the dance floor, not seeing you, and then she'll kind of survey the area and see that you're with someone, and she'll kind of walk up.
I'll give us
Very-
a wave.
Yeah, she has an exhausted look on her face.
As soon as she's close enough that speaking won't be, like, I can speak at a level that wouldn't be necessarily clear to too many people around me. I'll just, you don't look so happy.
She gives a heavy sigh. Oh, God. Sid, Liz, I called Fang over. Maybe he can shed some insight on what we should do next, but I think... And she'll kind of look at Jewel, or I'm sorry, not Jasmine. She'll kind of look at Jasmine and kind of look back at Sid. Is she okay?
I'm gonna look right at Jazz. I believe so. But then my expression's going to sour. Why did you call Fang? What's going on?
Right. And I guess the German guy, his surveillance stuff got tampered with, you know, and the laptop that you guys had that we were gonna look at got stolen, and they're talking about like bombs maybe in the
What?
here. And, yeah, I know.
All right. One thing at a time. So the laptop is gone. Did you have any backup files?
Yeah, he said he backed up the surveillance stuff, so I don't know what that means, you know.
Yes, I'm not sure all the details myself. I just understand that someone with computer knowledge should do such a thing. So what is he doing now?
They're gonna start a fire, I think. Yeah, and she just kind of puts her hand on her forehead. And with that, you
They're gonna
do
start a fire where?
Izzy, are you obfuscated or?
I mean, I had the mask on. No, yeah, I'll go regular obfuscate for this. Why not? I'm just going into the bathroom and, like, going to light a very tiny fire that is not going to spread. And, like, with like damp paper towels in the trash can and everything, just make sure. And then I'm going to basically, as that be the excuse, and then I'm going to just pull the fire alarm myself.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys wouldn't see Izzy going down the stairs. So yeah, yeah, I don't know. It's Izzy. Yeah, she's gonna start a fire. You know, I don't know.
Hey, what purpose?
Well, if there is a, you know, she'll say bomb very quietly. We need to evacuate everyone. I'm sure Lilith won't be happy with that.
No, I don't think so. And I'm gonna even look at Jazz to see what she's thinking.
Jess just looks really concerned. So there's who's starting a fire? How big is this fire?
I mean, she said it was gonna be a small fire, but you know, Izzy, she gets a little overzealous sometimes.
Shit. Where is the fire?
I don't know. I left. I called Fang, and you know,
What did you tell Fang?
I just told him to come over here when he's done in San Jacinto, you know.
I don't think that will necessarily get him here right away.
I told him it was urgent.
All right. I'm gonna. Did she said the bathroom?
No,
she said
she
she-
hasn't.
she-
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Out of character, Izzy was gonna go to the bathroom.
so I'm
in
gonna
character,
start
you
looking
have no
around a
idea.
little nervously, like, where is this beginning?
Do you have acute senses at all?
I do. I have acute vision,
Oh, vision.
but that's
Okay,
just
yeah.
to perception.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say maybe you can like smell her out, but No, not with vision. So yeah.
Well, I
Alright.
could take one less to perception alertness if I was smelling, but it's more sight.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to try to, use your nose, I'd say difficulty 8, because it is a crowded club.
Sure. Oh, why not? Let's botch.
Yeah, Jasmine's just sitting there, and it's like,
No, she is totally gonna try and figure out if there's a smell or if there's if she can see anything, because a small fire isn't really that's not a very relaxing.
yeah. If you want to try to smell for a fire, because you are a bruja, you don't really have acute senses like Gangrel do.
No, she'd
So,
probably just
if you
look
wanna-
around for one.
Okay, yeah, you can do perception awareness
I
or
got
perception alertness. Okay, you think you smell kind of like a sewage kind of smell, but again, because it is a crowded club and people don't wear deodorant and hygiene products, it's very difficult to.
Uh-oh, Hope.
Oh no, we lost another one.
Hey, I'm Jazzy. I'm great, and I think Izzy is the best character, and I think that everyone else should just maybe bow down and worship her just a little bit, because I think she's fucking great.
Well, every channel needs to have something special about it, and ours is obviously technical issues.
Technical difficulties are just the best thing in the world, though.
I am still
Hope, are you still there?
I'm a little bit shorter and further to the left now.
Just a little
I
bit.
think Hope actually
alright.
fell off.
Yeah.
It's okay.
So, yeah, I'll wait till she gets back. But hey, you get to see this live. So when it's on YouTube, it looks all professional, like nothing ever happened.
Yeah, it's like I would resize, but she said she'll be back in a second, so I guess I'll just leave it for right now.
You know what? I think happened? Because I was trying to open a character sheet, and I guess Adobe has a update thing, so it made me restart my computer. And I think that's what closed all my programs. But I caught it before I fully restarted.
Hope just said she had to restart her computer real quick.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Alright, but real quick, so just to keep straight, so for my one success, I did smell something a bit sewery, which I would recognize as maybe the Nosferatu, but it's a club with lots of smelly guys and girls who, maybe are running their second night at the club without washing at home, something like that. So yeah, I will just sort of, I'm gonna roll my eyes. I think I sense where Izzy is nearby, but I can't pinpoint it.
Yeah. Let's just take this time to take a short break, just so YouTube's sake,
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. All right. Yeah, we'll just sit for a second.
Everything's falling apart.
Articus is
That's
posting
me.
in the Discord.
Fall
Soiled it. Soiled it.
I am going to kill my cat. I'm going to murderize him to death.
I mean, you are living in his house.
No. No, he can suck a dick. This is my place. I'm paying for it. He doesn't even pay rent.
Oh, her PC died. She'll be back up. She just needs to boot it back up.
Yeah, it's because
Yeah,
Adobe
that's
had the update, so.
My computer's at 8%, but it is plugged in, so we'll see.
Great.
On the plus side, I'm probably getting a computer with my paychecks once, they're more consistent.
That is always very exciting.
Yeah. We can go overtime too. I mean, I don't have.
So how about that Storyteller's Vault?
Woo!
I'm actually a little unclear on what it is, to be
I have
honest.
no clue what it is.
Yeah, I don't know what that
Okay.
is. Can you maybe explain that?
So, White Wolf, working with Drive-Thru RPG, is basically allowing people to self-publish supplements fiction and art based on VTM versions 1 through 4, 4 being V20. And yeah, and you get 50% revenue after it's posted.
Okay, so they're following on the coattails of the Dungeon Masters
Pathfinder
Guild.
kind of stuff, yeah.
Because Wizards of the Coast just opened the Dungeon Masters Guild like a year ago, and it's doing pretty well.
Yeah, so I read that earlier, and I've like literally dreamt since I discovered VTM of like publishing my own versions of stuff through them or somehow, and so I'm not joking when I say literally, like people use it too much, I was literally shaking for about 2 hours. I was so excited. Shut up, Koznark. So I'm actually really excited. I'm already making plans for what kind of supplement to do.
That's awesome, and I will draw for it if you want me to.
Yeah.
But yeah,
More
no,
bloodlines.
the vault includes, I've been trying to download one of them, their downloads keep failing, it's probably because they just released it, but they released a bunch of templates and official art you can actually use. What's up?
I have a suggestion. You can make a cyberpunk manual that includes the scarcissitude discipline.
Funny thing is, they literally said right now historical stuff and alternative things like cyberpunk are not allowed.
Well, then make a modern one that includes scarcissitude.
But yeah, so they said that stuff is not currently allowed. All you can do is Gladys, yeah, no, Green or Go Home. Yeah, I've been trying to download just one of them all day, and it keeps failing. It's probably because everybody's trying to download them. But yeah, they said right now just modern vampire is allowed, but they are planning on rolling out in October to allow for the historical settings, so Dark Ages and Victorian. Things
Hope
like that.
is back.
Yay!
Hey, I found a hope.
I'm back. I'm so sorry.
You're fine. We took
No,
a
it's
break.
fine.
We were talking about the Storyteller's Vault and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's what happened to me. My my internet just fucking I'm sorry, when I was opening Adobe, it just restarted my computer.
That's why I pay $1 million for internet.
Yeah, you're gonna have to fix the cameras, by the by. Unless I'm
Ooh, who am I now?
unless
Yes,
I'm playing
Izzy.
Otto.
I'm Izzy. I think Otto is pretty amazing. I definitely want to join the Streetwalkers. That's definitely what's happening. Fuck the pack rats. Them. Fuck them. They're terrible.
It's alright, I'm still jazzy. No, okay, shit.
I fixed it.
I'm no one. I'm in space.
Be a problem now because
Yeah,
everyone is
so-
going to expect a certain amount of physical excellence when Izzy took over. So.
But yeah, to wrap up the conversation real quick for anyone who's interested and hadn't heard about it yet, the Storyteller's Vault has a lot of templates and stuff to actually develop your own supplements. Apparently fiction is good to go too, which I'm very excited about. And I need to read more details, so don't take it from me. You can go on the site. It's just storytellersvault.com, I believe, and check out the details there. That's all I'm going to be doing for the rest of the weekend. But let's get back to the game.
Yeah. So for all you Twitch viewers, sorry for the technical difficulties. For the YouTube people, nothing ever happened. We're
Just
We're
smile
just-
away,
yeah.
boys.
We're doing it live! All right, so going back to the game, Sid rolled a 1 perception. She did kind of smell some, sewage smell as well as some BO on the dance floor. It's very hard to pinpoint someone that is invisible and crowded in a club. So unfortunately for her, she did not see where, but she did get a general direction as to where she might be. Jasmine, I know, wanted to do a perception alertness.
Can I still do that?
Yeah, go ahead. And you know what? Just for shiggles, Dame, how about you do a dex and dodge to kind of maneuver through the crowd, because it is crowded, and you might bump into someone.
There isn't a dodge.
Oh, make one up. No.
Athletics.
Athletics.
Okay.
Yeah. You can do stealth. I'll allow dex and stealth.
Yay! That's a much better roll. Hold on.
So you got one success. Okay.
No, I haven't rolled yet.
No, I'm talking to Jasmine,
was me.
sorry. Yeah, you're not able to see anyone. Unless... Nope.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I'm
you
a
don't-
British ninja, love.
Yeah, you don't see anything. You're just kind of looking around the area, and you're like, oh, there she... Oh, no. There she is! Oh, no. Different Nosferatu-looking human. So, yeah, going back as you guys are trying to look for Izzy. Izzy, you maneuver your way through the crowd very gracefully, might I add, and you make your way towards the bathroom. So you're going to the men's or the female?
Women's.
Mm,
My
okay.
plan is to light the thing, light it on fire, pull the alarm, and then go, oh no, the alarm! Everybody leave! So...
Okay, yeah, so go ahead and do me a intelligence and, well, you're just throwing into the fire. Actually, I need you to make that roll that makes it to where you're not freaked out by fire.
Oh yeah, that's right. That is a rush check test, isn't it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay! What do I even roll for that?
Spira.
It's courage and something.
Sorry, what was it again?
Rotrek.
Oh, Rotrek? Rotrek is courage. Just
Straight courage.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't matter.
Good
what the
thing
ori-
that's the highest one! Okay!
It doesn't matter what the courage's orientation is.
Is it difficulty 6?
Yes, unless you put it higher. Actually, hold on 1 second. I have a reference.
No, 6.
So you're starting a small fire, right?
Yeah, a little one that I'm making sure is not going to actually cause any damage to anything except the trash can.
Well, let's do this right. I have the sheet here. Hold on a second.
Oh yay, references!
Yay.
Yeah, we gotta make sure you keep a stable mind as to, completely wrong.
Stable as I can be!
I would put it at 6 because sight of a torch is 5 and a bonfire is 6, but you're starting it. Your hand is near it.
Control.
So 6. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
fine.
So, yeah, I'm also gonna, after you start the fire, too, I need you to do another wits and...
Hey!
Okay, wits and what's the thing that makes it so you don't go unobfuscated?
Dex, I think? No, stealth.
Yeah, wits and stealth.
Alright.
Because, it is a women's restroom, and it is a club, so it is very...
That's why I was doing it with the
occupied
cigarette, so
lines,
like it looked like an accident even if I couldn't get away with nothing.
Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, you nonchalantly put the cigarette in the fire, or the trash can, and make a clean escape. And actually, it's pretty funny because as you pull the fire alarm, you don't hear anything. You don't hear any alarms or anything.
Oh, that's not good.
And
That's
you
not good at
hear,
all.
yeah, you hear loud shrieking from the bathroom as the fire starts to blaze. You hear a, "Ah!" And you see women running out of the restroom.
Hey, perfect.
And you hear one of the women, "Fire! There's a fucking fire in the bathroom! Oh my god!"
That's the best woman impression I've ever heard.
That's
I know,
beautiful.
right? Oh my god, there's a fucking fire! So, as one of the women is screaming bloody murder about a fire, you quickly see one of the bouncers react, and he breaks open the fire extinguisher glass, like the emergency kit, and quickly makes his way into the restroom and puts out that fire. And at this time, it is nearing about 1 o'clock, and you hear the DJ kind of announce like, "Ladies and gentlemen, last call, come for alcohol, last call." So, you know that last call means the club is closing soon.
At 1?
There's people yelling fire, and the DJ's like, "Let's go!"
Yeah, it's like,
Not there's the fire in the building.
yeah,
Hey,
you know, he's probably like inebriated, and he's like, "Yeah, fire! Woo!"
Okay, I'm gonna go up on the stage on this little thing and talk into the microphone. I'm gonna just do the regular, like, looking like a normal person thing and be like, "Oh, there's a fire in the building. If we could please evacuate in an orderly fashion."
Do a charisma empathy.
You got it.
Yeah, to convince him. This is his first gig, man. It's his big gig. It's his shot to fame. You're not gonna ruin it.
I'll make this work for me.
He's gonna be the next David Gladio.
Fuck you, man. Please
Okay.
give us some of those rolls. Stop hogging.
I still need another explosion.
I'm sorry?
There's an explosion that hasn't been rolled yet.
No.
Oh,
Yeah.
darn.
Okay. So, go ahead. Say what you're gonna say.
Okay, I just kind of like, mate, there's a fire in the restroom. We gotta get people out, all right? And like, kind of come up and like get the microphone. Like, ladies and gentlemen, there is a fire in the restroom. If we could please evacuate in orderly fashion. Like turning off the music and everything.
Do you just like stop?
That's a technology check to see if
Yeah,
you know how to work the DJ booth.
You know what? I can
technically
see
is.
the off switch. Okay, like that's pretty. I'm not
I mean-
stupid.
Okay. Yeah. So you'll like stop the music. You announce everything, and people are kind of looking around, like confused for a second, like whether or not they should evacuate or it's just like a joke. And you do see like more women coming out, like coughing because of the smoke. And they're like, "Oh shit!" Like, you know, like, and they like, "All right," like the bouncer's like, "All right, everyone, like, orderly fashion, get out of the club." And as that's happening and people are kind of marching out, Lilith erupts from her office and quickly makes eye contact with Izzy, who's on the stage. And if you want to look at her face, she has the most like scowling look on her face right now.
Okay.
Yeah, but so
I
yeah.
almost want to just go, but I'm not gonna push my damn luck.
And with that, she'll kind of march back into her office. Like, you know, she would slam the door, but you couldn't hear it over the muttering of people evacuating the building. And yeah, actually, it takes about a good 20-30 minutes for everyone to eventually evacuate. Like people in the bathroom that are too inebriated or drunk, people at the bar that, you know, want to get another drink but are kind of refusing to leave at this point. Like, and yeah, there's a lot of disgruntled guests that are just kind of leaving short notice. And yeah, so is anyone else going to be leaving the club with the patrons?
I'm gonna be hanging back. Just like
Yeah, I'll be
with the
hanging back
stragglers.
too.
Okay, so Otto, are you still in the surveillance room, or are you making your way down at this point?
I'm probably trying to get my computer booted back up. See what I can do.
Okay. Yeah, we'll get to that in a second. Jasmine, are you gonna stick around?
Yeah, she's sticking around Sid and Jewel.
Okay. So yeah, again, 30 minutes pass by. It's about like 1:30, 1:45 at this point. And yeah. So we'll go back to Otto. Go ahead and do a technology and intelligence roll for me.
All right.
We'll do a difficulty 6. And then Blade comes.
Wrong. Hey, I'm glad I got that one out of the way.
Okay. Wait.
I just pressed the D10 button because I figured I was selecting D10.
Yeah, I do that all the time.
Get it together, Zabani. You've been doing this for like a year now.
So that's 2,
Okay.
actually. including
It's a very slow process. But eventually you do kind of boot up your computer. I'm assuming you took out the wireless, the
Yeah.
adapter
Oh, yeah.
already.
Oh, I'm definitely setting
There you
that. I'm going to be looking into that.
So yeah, eventually the computer does come back up. You see one monitor flicker on, and then eventually all the screens begin to flicker on, and the cameras, except one of them, are showing. And the one that is not showing, it's actually just static, is in the private room.
Great. The one
I'm
that's specifically being watched right now, the one that Jen is standing in front of?
Yeah, but fortunately, it's the one that's most noticeable, and there is another camera inside that room.
Ah,
And what you see is a massacre, to say the least. There's blood, bodies everywhere. 3 bodies, to be precise.
then I will run that direction.
Okay, so yeah, as you ladies are kind of watching everyone leave, you see Otto make a straight flight down the stairs towards the back.
Izzy is still at the DJ booth?
Yeah, I mean, where are you at, Izzy?
Yeah, probably. Although, actually, I probably went to go get a fire extinguisher to put the thing out. But
One of the bouncers left. He
Okay.
had the fire extinguisher. He's coming out. He's
he's
like,
got it.
it's okay.
All
Yeah,
right,
no,
but,
I'm gonna follow Aldo.
At like the same time, I'm gonna kind of grab Jules' arm and head in the direction of Izzy. So wherever she goes, we're gonna be like tailing after her.
Okay.
Yeah, no,
And-
Jasmine isn't going to be left out. She'll go.
Okay, so yeah, everyone's gonna try to tail behind Otto, and Otto, you'll be the first to see this. Outside that hallway, where there's like the bathroom, and then you make a right down the hallway, you see the wooden door warped. It looks like a cocoon almost, and someone broke out of it.
Do I see Jin?
No.
I'm probably going to grab my cell phone and try and phone him, probably fumblingly while trying to look inside the building, or like go to the door and be like, "What the fuck is happening?"
Right. And as you kind of dial the number, you know, I don't know if vampires have adrenaline, but if they did, adrenaline kind of pumping, your nerves are kind of
That's the
getting the best
beast.
of you. Right. Yeah. And
My beast is pumping.
the dial
Cool.
is just ringing until eventually it's just like, the caller cannot be reached. Please leave a
Okay,
message
calling
after
Lilith.
the beep. Okay. And as you call Lilith, you're kind of facing into this room right now. And inside that private room, give me one second. Inside the private room, there's 3 naked female corpses. Each of them were escorts before they died. One of the corpses looks to have her face clearly burned off. There's blisters that formed, and her abdomen has been torn open. There's like intestines spilling out, kind of bleeding on the floor. One corpse has been drained of blood completely. You can see the fang marks, and it's just, very pale looking body. And another corpse has had her head smashed against the table in the middle of the room. There's brain matter just like littering the floor as well as that table. And Cell is also missing.
Okay, Celia, yeah.
Yeah, and Otto would be the first to see this guy. As the ladies kind of follow in behind, you see the, whatever facial expression is on Otto's face.
Pure rage.
Yeah, you see he's pissed off. And Otto,
Wait, what do
you
I see?
hear. Oh, I'm saying you hear because you were calling Lilith. Yes, Otto, what is it?
You need to get to the private room now.
Did you get the monitors up?
I can't find Jin. Everyone is dead in here. I don't know what's happening.
With that, there's just silence, and then the phone hangs up, and you hear the
Yep.
door open as well as the high heels coming downstairs, and eventually she'll meet up with you guys. What is the 3 of you doing in the meantime?
Looking for anything in their pockets, anything. So another naked. There's no pockets, right? And things like that. Trying to kind of go through anything at all.
As I get a look inside the room at the bodies, the second I hear Otto call for Lilith, I'm gonna step back out of the room and flank like one side of the doorway, kind of in an effort that when she walks by, you know, we have the working relationship with the streetwalkers of like, you have us hired, you give us space to sleep, tell us what to do.
Right. And so how this, I just should have drawn the map, but how it works is like you turn left, there's the 2 bathrooms on the left wall. If you go to the right wall, there's the hallway leading down, and that hallway continues and makes a left to an emergency fire exit. So.
Okay, but yeah, like I'll just stand on one side of the door.
Okay. Yeah, and Lilith kind of with fervorous stomping approaches, sees everyone, glares at Jasmine, and just kind of brushes past her and talks to Otto. Like, what's going on?
She talks to me?
Yeah, she's asking what's going on.
I will point in the room.
And as she looks in the room, she puts a hand over her mouth like, oh God.
This Ashloch, Camarilla, that's what's happening.
Where's Jin? Where's Sel?
I don't know. They're not picking up.
And she'll flip open her phone and call Jin. Still gets the voicemail, and you see her like angrily like type in the number for Sel, and again just the voicemail. And she begins to. She looks like she's losing her edge quite a bit. Like.
I'm gonna try to catch Izzy's eye, and then if she sees me, I'm gonna do like a slight head nod to like, can I talk to you a few feet away?
Sure.
So I'm gonna back away from the room while Lilith and Otto are starting to get a feel for what's going on. I'm just going to very quietly. Is the club like basically empty except for us?
Yeah, there's the bouncers kind of walking around, making sure that there's no more patrons left.
Okay.
But for the most part, it is empty.
Okay.
The DJ's kind of like hooking that, like, packing up his equipment. He's like, God damn it, this is my shot. This is my shot.
So I'll just
Poor guy.
I'm gonna gently put my hand like on Izzy's shoulders. What did you find out about Adrian? The man I asked you to follow.
Oh, they blocked the exit, and so I unblocked it and then evacuated the building.
They blocked the exit?
Yeah, with the dumpster.
Well, that doesn't bode well for whatever's going on in there.
No.
Thank you again, Izzy. I greatly appreciate it.
Sure. Look, the guy who moved the dumpster, it wasn't the guy you were talking to, but it seemed like there were at least 2 or 3 of them there, and the guy who moved the dumpster sounded a lot like the guy on that tape who, like, likes to eat other kindred.
The one with the gravelly voice.
Yeah, that'd be the one.
Alright, good to know. Thank you. And I'm gonna move back towards the room so I can keep an eye on what's going on.
Yeah, before you get back to the room, Jasmine, what are you doing in the meantime?
She is kind of examining the people who've died after very obviously recoiling in horror. She is going to peek at the people.
Yeah, and as you kind of peek in the room, Lilith does take note of that, and she's like, "Will you fucking leave already? This is no business of yours."
Sure. Did you want me to call the police for you?
No, I will take care of it.
I mean, I don't know. It seems
nothing.
Like my
you
civic
need to leave now.
Okay, how about I stick around and I don't call the police?
She'll look at you up and down and whatever, just get out of my sight.
Yeah, she'll back up.
Yeah. She not
I'll
taking
actually
any
nod
shit.
my head towards Jazzy, like, just stand behind me.
Yeah. You do notice that Jewel's kind of missing, but she quickly comes like from the opposite side of the hallway, like turning. She's like, looks like they left out the fire escape when everything was going on.
Is that in earshot of me?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Like, I'm not
And
going to respond, but that's a fact in my head for the thing that I'm doing next.
Right. And the bouncers begin to kind of group up together. There is one that arrives later. He has a very panicked look on his face. He's like, I found Andrew. And you know Andrew to be the one that was guarding the surveillance room, but went missing.
All right. Where did you find him?
He's kind of, out of breath, very adrenaline. He's dead. He's in the freezer. His neck, it was completely turned around.
These Futsakamhunden will not. They will not. They will regret this.
Yeah, he's very pale in face. He looks like he may have vomited a couple times when he saw the body. And Lilith just kind of, with very stricken rage, is kind of rubbing her hand against her temples, like, I'm gonna call Jen again. I'll be in my office. Just if you need anything, call me Otto.
Of course, I will do what I can to find out who did this. I should have ways to do it.
As she passes by, I'll reach out my hand. Lilith, is there anything you need from us?
Yes, do your fucking job. And she'll leave.
Oh, she's such a bitch.
Yeah. And Jewel will kind of roll her eyes, as she did not say that quietly. And she'll kind of motion her head like for Sid to come over.
Hey, can I possibly have their numbers? If they're smart, they dropped them somewhere. But if they're not as smart, then we might be able to track them. I can give them to Destiny.
Like phone numbers?
Like, if they had the phone number, you can look it up and then like find if it has like a locator
directory
on the phone. Yeah.
Are you asking Sidney?
Yeah.
Oh, the workers?
No, she's asking you for the phone numbers of the people of the missed or the unknown numbers that you received.
Oh, of course. So yeah, I would nod and look to Jewel, who actually I believe still has my cell phone.
Yeah, she definitely does. And she'll pull out the phone and hand it over to Izzy. If you were looking at the recent calls, it's just a blocked number. There's no numbers on it.
Star 69.
Yeah.
What about Jin's number?
Jim's number is very public. Otto would have that, as well as
If they didn't throw the phone
Lilith.
somewhere, which I said if they were smart, they did, and if they weren't, it's worth a shot.
No, yeah, you can easily get that number from Otto, should he decide to give it to you. Yeah.
I absolutely will, because I have no reason to believe that Izzy would do anything untoward with it.
Yeah.
There's really no reason for me to whatsoever. So.
Also, even if I did, I'm not really thinking clearly right now. All I can see is red right now.
Yeah. So as you guys are kind of witnessing this massacre, this bloody sight in front of you, it is getting closer to like 2 o'clock. It's probably a little bit past 2 at this point, like 2:15, 2:30.
Okay. I text the numbers to Destiny. I'm like, can you like find maybe the locations of these if they're around? We just had some people go missing, and then I'm like, okay, Otto, what do you want me to do?
All right. Actually, I will go upstairs. I will. All right. Come with me real quick.
Yeah, sure.
And I'm going to go upstairs and I'm going to grab just a camera. Like, I probably have a high quality camera somewhere. It's kind of my deal. And I'm going to ask her to take, if she's comfortable with it, as many just photos of every square inch of this room as possible before it's disturbed.
Sure.
Okay.
And then I'm going to stay and I'm going to start making sure that my computer system is secure and clear. And then after that, I'm going to access my cloud storage backups of the security footage to see if I can get footage of the fuckers before they took down my system.
Right. So do another technology intelligence roll for me, because he did roll a 1.
What, a 1? What?
Last time you rolled a 1.
I rolled
your
a 2.
technology.
Because specialty because specialty on wits.
Oh, okay.
That's 3 successes this
Okay.
time because
Yeah. As you kind of. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was
Has
just
he
gonna say,
gone from
you
the
can
room?
finish with him. I was just gonna say, I wanna do some like investigation, especially maybe if there's any evidence around the bodies, because I have medicine.
And
Right.
then, sorry,
Well-
super quick. Otto said he was leaving the room to find a camera, right?
Yeah. So
no,
Otto
I went. Yeah, I left the door and I went up to my office.
Yeah. So the moment you leave the room, she is going to pull out her phone camera and take a picture.
Okay.
Right.
So we'll do Otto's thing first. So Otto, with 3 successes, you're making sure that nothing was tampered with, or making sure that the security systems are kind of back online. And you do notice that it looks like some of your surveillance footage has been copied,
All right.
and it looks like it goes back about a week or 2.
All right.
Yeah. And
That's fair.
yeah, so intelligence or perception investigation for Spirit. And you do notice, like, I don't know if, are you in the room? Like, in that bloodied room?
I was gonna walk in because I was standing outside the door, and I know not to be careful in the room to not disturb it, but like if I could just like squat down next to the bodies and see what I can see without touching anything.
Yeah, Jewel will kind of like look over your shoulder, and Jasmine sneakily takes a picture of the room inside.
Woo!
777. Wow, lucky number. So yeah, you, again, just from what I told you before, the blisters on one of the escort's face looks very unnatural. You could know that like it takes a large amount of heat in order to melt someone's skin like that and cause blisters. For the one that's kind of very pale, and you just notice that her blood has been drained. You would know this from just feeding, that someone just kind of went overboard and kind of killed her that way. Kind of let the beast take over, so to say. And the one that has her brain matter kind of all littered all over the floor, you do notice that it looks like her hair had been kind of ruffled, like someone grabbed it from behind and just started bashing it against that table.
Does it look like does it look more like a massacre, or does it look anything like someone was trying to eat some of the remains?
It looks like a mix of business and pleasure, really.
Okay.
So yeah, as the time kind of goes on,
but real quick,
Jewel-
I'm gonna as I take all this in, I'm going to look over my shoulder to Jewel and say, "This might be the work of that the one guy I told you about on the recorder, the one with the gravelly voice, maybe a Nosferatu. Sounded pretty disgusting. No offense to Izzy or any other Nosferatu, but they have a reputation.
None taking love.
But
well, you're not in the room, but
that's
I was taking pictures. Oh, okay. Never mind.
you're with
I did
Otto,
like while
yeah.
you were going to get a camera, but
Oh! Never mind. I'm sorry.
sorry. But sold the jewels. But some of the things he said sounded like some kind of disgusting cannibal, so I wouldn't be surprised if this is how he gets his jollies.
Yeah, and Jasmine, did you want to do anything besides take a picture?
Yeah, she is going to send it to herself a few times to a few different places.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, you would notice that Jasmine's on her phone. Just it looks like she's texting someone. And Jewel will. So, do you find anything, Sid?
Just And I'll repeat basically what you'd said. Like the blisters were obviously crazy high heat. The one girl looks drained entirely, and the other one looks like her head had been bashed in, potentially like even like by a very strong person. It looks like it was not just like to make a scene, but someone probably had fun with it. And noticing that Jasmine's probably taking pictures with her phone or something, I'm going to just you're sending that somewhere secure, I imagine.
Yeah, no, I'm not. It's going someplace secure.
All right, I just wouldn't want to be on the other side of Lilith's wrath.
No, I understand.
Yeah, and with that, Joel will kind of, come on, Sid, let's secure the perimeter kind of thing. See if we can find anything outside.
I agree, and I'll stand up and like just kind of clap my hands. Not that I touched anything, just kind of, and I'll head out with Jewel. I'll ask her what she thinks about sticking together versus splitting up to front and back.
She would. I mean, she's very boisterous. She's very kind of full of herself almost. And she would suggest splitting up, but yeah, she just kind of makes comments of like, man, these Camarilla are really fucking sick, you know?
I'm gonna think about it for a moment and then say, hey, if this were just a concern about some human ruffians, I'd agree, but perhaps we should stick together for now. Take a quick look, and then we can maybe go different directions.
Okay. And Jasmine, in the meantime, you see these two ladies kind of go towards the fire exit where it looks like they came. As I said, the wooden door that used to be a door is warped, very warped, as if someone manipulated it, like silly putty almost. And there is that like wooden cocoon where someone looked like it broke out.
Okay, and then I can't recall when Sid talked to Izzy. I can't remember if Jazz was there when Izzy said that they pushed the dumpster in the way and she pushed it back out of the way.
They kind of went down the hallway a bit, like out of earshot of Lilith and everything.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, can she do maybe like an investigate roll to see if there's anything that's up in this room that she can follow up on?
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, aside from like all of the blood.
Yeah.
What is that? Int investigation?
Perception investigation.
Gotcha. No. No,
You see
sir.
a lot of blood. Yeah. You see a lot of blood in the room. It's
I'll
like,
have the good rolls, thank you.
yeah, she stole them all. But Izzy
Damn it,
is gonna
Izzy.
come.
You thief.
Yeah, as you kind of,
That was great.
as you're kind of looking in the room investigating, Izzy does come down with the camera.
Yeah, no, she'll back up and try to avoid as much of the all of it as she can. Are you documenting this?
Oh, yeah.
For
Alright,
for what?
For auto.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You know, maybe you shouldn't.
I'm just gonna back away. You have a good time with that.
I mean, not a good. You know, never mind. Just never mind. I'm just gonna like start photographing.
She'll bail at your first never mind.
Right. And what is Otto doing in the meantime?
Okay, so now I'm accessing the cloud storage copies of the security footage to see if I can't find footage of these people walking through, killing Anthony, doing all that, because I want faces.
Yeah, his name's Andrew. God.
This is simply human. I don't care.
Right. Yeah, you actually do see a lot of footage, and it's going to be a lot of flavor text. So, anyways, you do see the the Nosferatu kind of like in the back alleyway where that dumpster was that he pulled up front, he is going to shapeshift himself into this very attractive woman, actually. And you see him kind of make his way towards the front room. And if you do kind of compare the notes from that manila envelope you got from Jeremy McNeil, you can actually see that one of those pictures matches the woman that he just transformed into. And you see the transformed Moss, we'll just call him Moss. He lures the bouncer kind of away into the back, kind of seduces him almost, and then proceeds to snap his neck and steal his clothes, actually, and then transforms into Andrew himself and walks up to the surveillance room. You see him picklock the room, and it's kind of funny because as you're looking in the surveillance room, he looks very confused, like dumbfounded almost as to where to start. And he pulls a note out of his pocket and begins to like read the instructions. And he pulls out the network adapter as well. And he's kind of looking around, reading the note, and he sticks it inside the computer and then makes his way down, still as Andrew. While that is going on, you do see Aiden Cook, Sid's sire, kind of just stalking.
No, I don't
Sid.
think I know that. I don't think I have been present when she mentioned that. I think I'm
Right.
the only one.
Yeah, but if you can like, fast forward, rewind, like Moss and Aiden would be meeting up at some point, so you would rewind the footage to see where he was going.
I would recognize
And it looks
that he is implicit in this. I just don't think I know that he's her sire.
Right. And it looks like he's just stalking Sid almost, like just very obsessed look on his face, just, making nothing but eye contact with Sid, making sure, like watching her every moves, what she's doing, who she's with, etc. And after that, he goes towards the back and both of them decide to leave after the dumpster is being pushed. You do see Izzy in the back alleyway as well, just kind of leaning against the wall, seeing what's transpired. You see that Moss has the laptop as well in her coat pocket, or his coat pocket, I'm sorry, after he transforms back. And if you are to make your way to the private room, you do see a blonde-haired looking fellow, very short-haired, and a woman with jet black hair and like ruby lipstick, very finely dressed. The both of them are. And they actually hug Lilith and they make pleasantries. They make their way towards the back room and they, start to have some adult fun. They snort some cocaine as well as do some other like various drugs. And you see the three escorts come in, and with that, they're again having adult fun. Cell is kind of off against the wall, very uncomfortable looking. She's, rubbing her arms and kind of like looking away. And it's soon after that when the adult fun begins that Lilith leaves the room, and that's where you see Lilith and Jasmine kind of make an encounter. They make some conversations back and forth. Jin is just standing at his station very adamantly, making sure that he's been ordered to do this and no one is going in that room. You do see in the private room the blonde-haired looking fellow has an escort to his right, and he looks at Cell. Actually, rewinding a little bit. One escort is with the woman, one escort is with the blonde-haired guy, and the third escort is just kind of dancing in the middle of the room to like music or something, and they are all naked. Cell, again, looking very uncomfortable. And you do see the blonde-haired gentleman kind of stare at Cell, and that's when you see Cell grab the escort that's dancing in the middle of the room by the back of the head, and she just begins slamming her head against that table like repeatedly, as if almost like a puppet or automated. After that, you do see the woman in black. You see like this luminescent glow on her hand, and the face begin to melt off that second escort that's kind of with her, and then she places a hand on her abdomen, and that's just melts away. And the escort that is with the blonde gentleman, you see him just sink his fangs in and begin to feast on her. And it's soon after that massacre that's happening that Cell completely just smashes the camera, again almost automated, and that's the only one that she really knows of. And yeah.
All right, so then Cell leaves, and the escort that fed on, what was it, her?
Yeah, so from the hallway camera where Jin is kind of standing, you see the wooden door begin to like shape and misshapen, and it circles around Jin, and he is, pinned. He can't move. It's soon after that that you do see the blonde-haired gentleman. His arm is wrapped around Cell, and Rose is the black-haired lady. She is very like kind of laughing almost, and kind of brushing Jin by the cheek as they leave off into the fire exit where they're met with Aiden and Moss. And like a couple minutes pass, and Jin eventually does break out, just due to his exotic nature and his strength, and he runs after the party that left out that fire exit.
So things I'm going to do while I'm watching this is I'm going to get the clearest screenshot of every face of a culprit that I can get. So the chick that Moss turns into, Moss himself, I guess just theoretically Andrew's face, though I know he's probably not spending a lot of time as that. Aiden's face, this escort's. I probably, actually, it's probably easiest to get just the same from Cell. I'm getting all of these, the clearest face photos that I can get, and I'm going to print them out. And then, just because I'm not the biggest expert in vampire bloodlines and whatnot, not to mention all the Kuei-jin that I don't have a damn clue how they work. I'm also going to grab a couple of clips of the weird shit, like the glowing luminescent hand and the warping wood, and I'm going to grab a couple clips of those and put them on my phone.
Okay, yeah, you do that. So you have a picture of the blonde-haired gentleman, the jet black lady that was accompanying him. You have a clear picture of Moss and Aiden, as well as the Mask of 1,000 Faces that Moss did turn into.
Yeah.
And
then
clips.
The person that fed, was that the jet black hair, or was that one of the escorts?
Blonde. That was the blonde guy. He fed on one of the escorts.
All right. Cool.
So yeah. So as all that is happening, Sid and Jewel, you're kind of surveilling the area. You don't see anything out of the ordinary. Nothing drops. No like kindred. No Aiden. No anything. You don't know what Moss and Rose look like at all. So you don't really know what you're looking for. But it seems like a very busy street, as like people that are once were at the club, very inebriated, waiting for taxis. Asking for like after parties and whatnot. You do see a bike kind of roll in, and you recognize that it's Fang that kind of steps off that bike.
All right, I'm gonna quickly just beeline towards him.
Okay. And as he's kind of, turning off his bike, kind of straddling off of it, he looks back and sees you running towards him, very surprised. He's, my, wish I got this warm of a welcome whenever I rolled up all the time.
Well, it is good to see you, Fang. But yes, there's been some interesting events this evening.
So why don't we talk about it inside where there's not any wandering ears?
Yes, of course.
And Jewel will hug Fang, very tightly, and he'll kind of like pet her hair, and they'll make their way inside the club, like the front entrance of the club.
Back in the club, what do we see? Who's where?
Izzy, you would not see Izzy. Izzy is currently filming that massacre. Yeah. Jasmine is kind of stepping back, watching her do it. Lilith seems to be in her office, and on the floor itself is just like one of the bouncers named Daryl. He seems to be kind of like hunched over at the bar, and the bartender's cleaning up, making sure the bottles are all accounted for and whatnot. And the DJ is gone at this point.
Alright, without saying anything, I'm just gonna head towards the private room. I'm sure Fang will understand, we'll talk there.
Right. And as you kind of make your way there, you see Jasmine kind of just studying Izzy. Izzy, at this point, you would be done filming everything, and coming out of the room, you see Sid, Jewel, and Fang kind of approach you.
can I have sent a text to this person whose name I totally know every time?
Your leader? Your gang leader?
Xiao Lang.
Yeah, you definitely can.
Yeah. How many bodies were there? 3?
3 bodies, yeah.
Yeah. 3 murders at Widow's Web. Camarilla, be careful.
Yeah.
And then she'll delete the text.
Okay. Yeah, he won't reply. So yeah, Fang kind of sees Jasmine and Izzy. He'll kind of give like that hat, like miladies, with the cowboy hat. And he'll say, "Well, what do we have here?" And he'll look in, and as he looks into that room, his very warm face becomes a very cold face very quickly.
Once he gets a good look inside the room, I'll step up next to him and start explaining. These were escorts of Lilith. We're not exactly sure what happened, but you remember those people I told you about on the recorder? I think was the one with the gravelly voice. He sounded very, very in love with pain.
So we're dealing with the Camarilla, huh?
It would seem that way. I keep getting these messages about them coming down on all of us.
Well, looks like they finally made the move. We have any footage of them?
I believe Otto is looking into it now.
Maybe we should go upstairs and see what he's found out.
Yes, of course. I'll turn to Jewel. Would you stay here to make sure no one else disturbs the scene for now?
Yeah, you got it. And
So-
yeah, Fang will kind of look towards Izzy and Jasmine. He's like, "You ladies joining us, or you got somewhere else to be?"
No, I'm done here. Sure.
I'm coming.
And with that, the troop kind of make their way towards up the surveillance. You do see Lilith kind of come out of her door and rush down, and "Oh, Fang!" and she'll kind of fall into his arms very dramatically, and like resting her head on his shoulder. And it's like, "Oh, Fang, I don't know what happened. I can't find Jin, and my child Cell's missing, and there's 3 dead corpses in the room, and I don't know what to do. Please just stay by my side." And Fang will very, kind of like push her off, and he's like, "We'll look into this, Lilith. Why don't you wait in your office, and I'll come see you after I'm done here, okay?" And yeah, you can tell she's kind of putting on a show, very dramatic show.
Yeah, if you need, I'll roll self-control to not roll my eyes. Just kind of.
No, Jasmine rolls her eyes. I'm sorry.
Kind of looks away.
Yeah.
Sydney is professional hired gun. She keeps herself together.
Yeah, so with that, Lilith is like, "Be sure to stop by my office, please. Thank you." And she'll kind of slowly make her way up the stairs and give that look back, and then like proceed in her room. And Fang will kind of lead the way into the surveillance room and knock on the door, like,
Yes, come in.
and with that, he opens the door, and you see the party behind you. See Sid, Izzy, and Jasmine, as well as Fang.
Yes. I'm like furiously, probably not typing because I'm okay. How far, out of curiosity, how far am I in my video searching process, or am I about done?
Yeah, you're about done at this point.
All right.
You're actually just finishing like saving the clips and getting the faces as well.
All right. Well
So-
then, seeing Sid, I'm actually going to say, I think I found your prince, and I'm going to give her the photo of Aiden. He seems quite obsessed with you.
I'm going to look. It's a printout from the camera.
Yeah.
Yes, it is a fairly clear image of Aiden's face.
Yeah, there isn't too much grain. The cameras that he does have are, pretty good. They're not the best, but you can definitely make out the face.
How visible is it to Jasmine? Like if he hands it to her,
No, I will probably throw it on the desk, do that, throw it on the desk 180-degree turn so that everybody can see it, but I'm mostly putting it in the direction of Sid.
Okay, yeah, no, just wanted to know if she can see it, so yeah.
I have no particular reason to hide it from the rest of you. I think it's...
Yeah.
Once I get a good look at it, and I'll even wait to let anyone else, especially Fang, if he wants to take a look at it, but as soon as I think everyone's seen it, I'm going to turn to Otto and say, "You have copies of this, I'm sure?"
Plenty of copies.
Good. And I'm going to crumble it up and throw it over my shoulder.
And Fang will kind of look at you, just kind of with a cocked head, what the heck was that? And glance.
I'll squint my eyes a little bit and reprint out another one.
I'm gonna square my shoulders and half head direction towards Fang. That's my sire. Unfortunately.
So, we have a gangrel. It seems we have a Tremere as well. And I will actually show some of the... I'll turn my computer screen around and show some of the clips of the crazy shit that they did in the room.
I'll definitely be paying close attention to that.
Yeah, so the two clips that he did copy were, again, the luminescent hands that kind of melt the skin off one of the escorts, and the misshapen wood that kind of entrapped Jin outside the hallway. And those are
the woman doing this is Sel. I trust her quite a bit. I don't think she was in control when she did this.
Is it all right if I take a picture of these pictures? I know this is your, I want to say command zone, but I don't. It would be nice if I had a little bit
don't worry, I will print you. Would you like me to print them, or are you just going to take a photo?
No, printed would be great. Thank you.
I am not thinking clearly right now. I will print anyone who wants one a copy, because we are finding these fuckers. Yeah, they're going to suffer for this.
I'll take one too.
I will print out copies for everyone.
Thank you, Watto.
Yeah.
These fuckers are going to suffer for this.
Now it's times like this where we need to keep a cool head on our shoulders. We don't want to do anything rash, or that we'll get ourselves killed.
Well, they already did those, though.
Well,
obviously, it was meant to provoke, but
well, it did the job.
Yeah, but what did it provoke us to do, though? That's the problem, see? That's what you got to think about. Just looking for them, sure. I'm sure we'd run into them at some point. But there's got to be something else to it besides just that.
I mean, I don't know. I think that it might make some of us not think very clearly in the future.
Actually, when Izzy says that, Otto kind of takes a second and sits back and is like, "You're right. They're probably trying to provoke an emotional response."
Well, wherever they did take Sel, I know she's a kind soul. She wouldn't willingly hurt one of her girls. But we have to,
it seems Jin has followed them as well.
We do have to consider, if Jin doesn't find Sel, that they do have a hostage.
Such strength of power is quite intimidating.
And Lilith won't be too keen on hearing that her child is in the possession of the Camarilla.
Unless I know there are... Okay, so actually, do I know what Jin is capable of? I'm specifically asking his disciplines, if I happen to know. Probably won't share them, but I'm curious.
Yeah, so you actually know of a couple of powers that Jin does possess. He is kind of tasked with the important role of making sure the bouncers and ghouls are combat ready, and he does suck out, looks like the soul of anyone that he doesn't deem worthy, and that's how they feed. Right. It is they suck out the energy, not the blood.
Yeah.
And you do know of stories that people have told, like Lilith in particular, that he does, with that katana that he does carry, he can imbue energy into it and it can cut metal.
All right. Yeah.
But yeah, those are probably the extent of his powers.
All right. Yeah. I mean, I was just curious. So they either have a My brain is broken. They either have a Tremere or they have some Quidgeon equivalent of a Tremere. Because unless there is an obscure bloodline that I do not know of, because I will be the first to admit I am not an expert in bloodlines. So if any of you know of a bloodline that can do things like this, that would be extremely helpful. I mean, I'll roll an occult
with my whopping 0 dots. Oh, no, 1 dot. Wow.
You've been around enough to know, like, maybe you've met a Tremere or two.
Oh yeah, that's my assumption, but I don't know enough about occult to be able to admit maybe it's some like super obscure bloodline that has elemental warping abilities.
No, you wouldn't be able to tell like what path she is necessarily disciplined in.
But if I can't explain it, it's either a weird bloodline or it's the Tremere.
Yeah, exactly. And
that's
Fang
fair.
Fang will kind of nod in agreement, like, I do agree with you, Otto, that that woman there is Tremere. However, that blonde fella looks to be Ventru almost.
It is interesting that Lilith greeted them warmly.
Yeah, we're gonna have to question her about that.
I do not look forward to that.
And what is Sid doing in this time while like conversations kind of going back and forth?
I was listening. During the part of the conversation where he asked about bloodlines, I was just going to say, yes, I've even met some strange ones down in Africa, but that's so unlikely. We should focus on what makes the most sense, like the Tremere. And after Fang says, the other one looks like bitches, like, obviously looks stuck up enough for it, but I agree, there's something seems a bit off about how Lilith greeted them, how well they were able to get a hold of Jin and sell. If nothing else, they've been working this angle for quite some time. I've convinced her they were somebody else, or I don't know. But she is potentially holding information from us?
Yeah, she's known to do that. And he kind of like looks
well,
at
Otto. I will question her privately. She is more likely to tell me things because I am in her confidence, and if she doesn't want me to share them, of course I won't, but I will give what I can.
I'd mighty appreciate that, Otto, and if you could kindly relay that information to us, that'd be most helpful, so we know what to look for. And what's Jasmine doing after she got her hand on some pictures at this point?
Like during the entire conversation, kinda looks like she wants to say something, but basically just resigns herself to not.
That's fair. Yeah, that's fair. So
I definitely will not offer to ask what you want to say.
Nope, and she's okay with that, man.
Yeah, that's fine. So yeah, the 5 of you are kind of in this room, discussing. It is getting closer to about 4 o'clock at this point after the surveillance footage and investigating the room and talking and whatnot. You do know sunrise is at about 5:36.
And today
so
was
like
the day that I texted my contact in the police department about my other contact and out of the police department's address.
Yeah, it's still that same night.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought.
I'm still sleeping.
All right.
Yeah, exactly.
Then before I go to bed, I'm probably going to go talk to Lilith.
Okay. And Izzy, where would you be going? You did come here with Jacob unloading,
Yeah, I guess I'll go find him.
Yeah, and he's actually, just sitting in the truck. He's like has a cigarette in his hand, just kind of waiting. And
I'm sorry.
Yeah, he kind of sees you from like the mirror. He's like, "Well, took your sweet time."
Sorry, some people died.
Yeah, don't we all die? Yeah, he doesn't even take you seriously. He just kind of starts up the truck, and as you get in the truck, he'll kind of
That was a freebie.
drive off. And Jasmine, how about yourself?
Are there any stragglers left near the bar?
As I said, there's Daryl, the bouncer, and there's like the bartender making sure that the alcohol's all accounted for.
No, I mean outside.
Oh, outside the bar. It is a Saturday night. It is still, late or like young in the night, so there is like people looking for like Ubers and taxis to drive home. There may be like a couple of people walking the street, but as far as you can tell, like because it is nearing 4 in the morning, it
has been 3 hours since we've activated the club.
Yeah.
So like maybe that one drunk guy who can't get a ride.
Yeah, probably. Like, oh man, my phone's dead. I got no money.
Yeah, no, she'll offer him a ride.
Yeah. Okay. So you did.
Someone is hungry, bro.
Okay.
Yes.
So he's like, oh my god, you're so, thank you so much. Oh, this never happens to me, I swear. Like my buds left and I was with this girl, but she was kind of a bitch. So like, dude, thank you so much. You're so nice.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah. You did park a couple of blocks away, and you did have to walk to the club because it is a bit busy Saturday night. So as you guys are kind of...
Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, do a perception alertness roll.
Absolutely. 2.
Okay, so yeah, as you're kind of walking with this drunk dude, he's, kind of sobering up a little bit. He's like, oh man, so where are you from? And as he's making light conversation, you do notice 2 people kind of following you, very unsavory type of fellows. Looks like one of them has like a shaved head like on the side with like, and then it looks like another one has like a mohawk almost, and they're both wearing leather jackets.
Okay, yeah, no. She'll put like an arm around him and then grab her phone and then text Sidney, being followed, ?
Okay. And yeah, these 2 guys are just following you. They're keeping their eye on you. And as you continue down towards the alleyway, they actually kind of pick up their speed a little bit.
She'll text the guy whose name I can never, Zhao Lang.
Okay.
With the same exact text. And then also Otto. And then also Izzy. Because.
Yeah. And you're almost to your car. You're about a block away. And it is a red light. You gotta wait for like the crosswalk. Are you gonna jaywalk or are you just gonna...
No, she'll wait. She'll follow the letter of the law.
Okay. And so these 2...
there have been so many times that I've been in trouble in LA for jaywalking, so I'm not going to do it out of actual fear.
Oh my god. I'm just from the East Coast and we all just like, fuck it.
Police officers will actually yell at you like, just cross.
Yeah, nope. I've gotten in trouble too many times, man.
Okay, so the unsavory fellows kind of like, they're like stand by each of your sides. Like the drunk guy's still making light conversation, like, oh, so you like single or you seen anyone or? And so like these 2 guys, they're like, they just kind of look at you very creepily, like.
Hey, how's it going? How's your night?
Oh, just making sure you get home okay.
Oh, thank you. You don't have to worry about that. I already have somebody here who's gonna help me with that.
Oh, this guy? No, he's
I will incidentally, once she texts, because she texted me, being followed ? I'll respond, doesn't help if you don't tell us where you are. Which is super helpful right now.
I know!
Yeah, and so one of the guys is like, this chump ain't gonna help you at all. Don't worry, we're good Samaritans.
Becca, where?
We're good Samaritans. We're making sure that, you get home safe.
Oh, do you guys happen to know what name the cross street is, or?
One of the guys like, don't worry about it. We'll get you there. And you actually do notice at the back of their vest, it does have the streetwalker symbol on it.
Oh,
That's kind of why she texted funny
no!
Uh-oh.
Oh, honey, don't even worry about it. Seriously, don't even worry about it.
Are you intimidating him or?
Yeah.
Okay.
I swear to God, Edie, if you took all of the rolls. I don't know what the roll is. Is it manipulation or charisma?
Charisma.
Hey!
And we'll do difficulty 5 because they are human.
Ish.
Eesh. You get it too, so go ahead and intimidate him.
Yeah, just, how about you two go back to your friend and we won't have to make anything a problem.
There's no problem here. We're just making sure you get to your car. Okay?
Yeah, I know, but I already told you I had it, so why don't you go back to your friend and we won't have a problem?
What kind of problem you talking about, lady?
Do you send Izzy where you are? Because she'll make, what's his face, turn the truck to go to where you are. So
She can't quite text this second.
If this is over about like a couple minutes,
it would be a little weird.
If this is over like a couple minutes, I was gonna tell Fang hey, watch out for Lilith, see if she needs anything from us before we need to, go to bed. And I was gonna go check on Jewel. If I got that text, I was gonna tell Jewel and step outside to see if I can see which direction she went.
Go ahead and do perception awareness.
Okay.
So you do kind of see the golden blouse I think she was wearing, and then the business pantsuit that she arrived into the club with. It's about 2 blocks down, and Fang will kind of you got this covered, right?
I didn't realize he followed me, but
I mean before you left.
yeah. So yes, it should be fine. Is Jewel with me?
Jewel would be kind of meeting you at the dance floor, and then you'd both exit the front. And Fang's like, "Come back. I'm gonna go talk to Lilith, tell her my goodbyes, and we're heading back to the apartments, all right?"
Yes, I'll meet you there. Let us know if she needs anything before we head back.
Yeah. I doubt it.
And I'm going to try to head towards Jazz as fast as I can without running. So pretty good speed walk.
Okay. Yeah. It'll take a couple minutes for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So the light does turn green. The crosswalk is you can walk across now, and the drunk guy that's with you is like, "Hey, dudes, I'm not really into a threesome. I'm trying to hit on this chick, can you guys just leave?" And one of the guys just pulls out some brass knuckles and punches the dude across the face.
She's gonna punch him back, man. She is going to punch him back and be so goddamn happy about it.
So do Dex and Brawl.
And the second I see this commotion, I'll just go right into a run.
Okay, yeah. You and Jewel are just breaking out. And
I'm trying to get there, man.
Yeah. I will say it will take a couple minutes more because you guys are wearing high heels because you did dress up to the occasion.
Shit.
Take them off.
Yeah, and go ahead and do a strength.
Yeah, actually, no, I would totally kick him off. I'm Gangrel. I don't care.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Wait, am I doing strength?
Yeah.
Yes, and then, and then add successes. I remember how this works.
Did you want a Dex Athletics to run, though?
Yeah, so you would roll your strength plus 3 successes. So 3 plus whatever strength you have.
Me?
No, Jasmine.
Okay.
3!
So you, knock this dude out, cold. You punch him across the face and he just, flop, goes down. And the other guy that's with him kind of, staggers back a little bit, "Oh, shit, you're one of them, aren't you?"
Go back to your friend before you can't go back to your friend.
It's like, all right, we're cool. And he'll kind of like pick his friend up like by the arm and like wrap his arm around his shoulder and kind of like limp off.
Can they turn around to see me and Joel like
Yeah,
booking it towards them? Just growling.
Absolutely. Yeah. And with that, his friend's like, oh shit, and he'll drop his friend and just book it. He'll run.
Jess will try to pick up the poor oaf who has been brass knuckled in the chest.
Yeah, he's coughing. He's
Oh my god, are you okay?
Yeah, oh god, yeah. Oh, I'll be okay.
Oh my god, I am so sorry. That is just the craziest thing. Let me help you to my car.
Oh, thanks. So can I get your number or something?
This dude has moves.
This man is nothing if not persistent.
California.
Yeah. Is Sydney like within viewing distance of?
Yeah, she's about like a block down from this point. She's like sprinting towards you, shoes off.
Did you stop for the other guys, or are you still coming?
There's only one other dude. He ran off.
I'd be a little territorial. Stop like in the spot that they took off from. Keep my eyes on them, so if they turn around at all, they see me still standing there. Like, don't come back this way.
Yeah.
Jasmine is going to help up this poor man and then give like a big thumbs up and kind of wave it around if you can't see it.
I'll like wink and just be like,
yeah, okay, all right.
And yeah, no, she'll take the guy to his car and help him home and feed.
Sounds good. Yeah, you guys are like, he's like, oh good, get to make out finally, and then
well, no, you'd enjoy it.
maybe like a really hurtful hickey.
Kiss feels super awesome to humans.
Oh,
yeah, it feels great for everyone, man.
Yeah, there we go. So
unless you're bit by a Giovanni, that's the one exception.
Yeah.
Or he likes it then.
Someone with the flaw that makes you a Giovanni, basically.
Yeah.
Oh, the infectious bite, yeah. So yeah, with that, kind of wrapping up here the night. Sid, I'm just gonna say you guys kind of go back to the club. Fang is gonna wait for you guys at the bar. He's like, you ladies ready to go?
Yes, I could use a bit of rest.
I'm sure you could, Sid. How about you tell me more about your sire as we get back to the place? Oh, we could save it for tomorrow, actually. And
I gave him an exhausted laugh. Just yes, I suppose so.
And Otto, you said you wanted to talk to Lilith.
I wanted to ask Lilith who these people were.
Okay, so you kind of knock on her door, cordially. She's like, come in.
I will go in.
And yeah, this is, you come in after Fang kind of leaves. So she's in pretty high spirits right now and kind of a mixture of low. And she kind of fixes up her hair. It's like, oh, Otto, yes. What is it, dear?
I have already made great progress. I have photographs of everyone who was involved in this process. But I have a question for you. Do you know who these two people? Yes. Do you know who these two people are?
She'll look at the blonde and the lady, right?
Yes.
The two in the
two that greeted her very cordially.
Yeah. She'll glance over them and why they were just guests, dear. They were here from out of town, and I've known them from quite a while back.
Well, they are responsible for much of the death that occurred in there.
And she'll kind of give an exhausted sigh, like, yes, I believe the blonde, his name is Malcolm Graham. He's from New York. And that was his assistant. I didn't catch her name, unfortunately.
And Malcolm is known for his extremely violent tendencies?
I mean, when he gets excited, it's hard to calm any kindred, really.
He took over Sel's mind. Or perhaps her, but the point is, Sel killed... okay, it was 2 of the people that she killed, or it was just the 1?
Cell just smashed the head in one of them.
Okay. Sel smashed in one of the heads of the 2. I imagine it was not of her own volition.
And with that, she kind of like bites her thumbnail, like very nervously. Like, I see. This. Well, looks like tonight's plans didn't go in as I thought they would.
And what plans were those? If you don't mind me asking.
I just wanted to catch up with an old friend, is all. He said he wanted some drugs, some cocaine and heroin, and perhaps that was a little bit too much for his mind.
Perhaps if I could get his... well, never mind. I have his name. I don't know why I'm asking that. Do you know anything about where he is staying? It seems awfully convenient, I suppose, that this all happened on the same exact night that the Camarilla attacked our club.
Yes, I know it seems awfully coincidental, but I unfortunately have no idea where he's staying. He said he was staying with a friend, and that's all I asked of him.
I appreciate it all the same. And I will actually show her the rest of the photos. These are the Camarilla that were involved in the process. This, oddly enough, is the sire of Sydney, the Warhound.
Oh, I didn't know mongrels could have sires, really.
I will take the 2 of Moss, and these are the same person. He is the one who did most of the damage.
I see. Another...
Though he did not seem to understand what he was doing. He was following instructions of someone else. I have a few avenues that I plan to follow to see if I can't get any more information on them.
Yes, that'd be good, Otto. Thank you. Thank you.
Much appreciated, Lilith.
Okay. And with that, you're leaving?
Yeah, I'll leave.
Okay. So, yeah, that is Saturday night.
Hey, 1 second. 2 seconds, real quick. I'm so sorry. Just a quick... Just a
smidgen.
Just a quick, she's gonna send Sydney when she gets home, Sid for the win, and then send to Otto, sorry about your boys. And then send to Izzy, all good, no worries.
You will get a response back from me, I'm sorry, ?
Just K.
I'm gonna text back an emojis of a thumb, little fangs, and a wolf head.
Vampire the Masquerade emoji edition.
That's all that was missing out in the 90s. That's why this didn't take off as well as D&D.
Back to Otto, just they punched first. I am sorry.
Okay, so that's Saturday night. So you all are at your respective havens now, kind of resting up for the evening. And the next day, Sunday morning, or actually, do you guys want to...
I was just going to say this would be a perfect spot for us to take a little break and do a couple AMAs. So who wants to do AMAs? Alright, so Bounty as Otto, Elvish Dame as Izzy. And I'll wrap it up at the end, and then we can have Revolver and Hopeless in another hour or so. So Zabani, you start out. Everybody go ahead and ask Zabani questions about himself as a player or about Otto Namato. And I fixed your name finally.
Hey! Yes, you did.
I remembered.
Yeah. So, ask me things. I am... This is fun, because Otto is so angry that he has made me angry. Like that's how invested I am in this. You know, it's not Zaboni, it's Zabani, but my unspoken motive right now is revenge. I will get these people back, and they will wish that I killed them.
They will regret everything. They will be blood hunted by the Camarilla. They are going to be Anarch traitors. It is going to be great because I already have the skill set for blackmail, and this is very close to that. I am extremely mad, bro. Like he is so mad that I'm angry. Zamboni, yes, it is a running joke. Actually, I haven't done it in a while, but it's a running joke in Discord that I change my username to things that are similar to Zabani on a fairly regular basis. Oh, Spira did say Zaboni, or might have said Zaboni, but it's a thing. Oh, no. Kozark, if Otto knew Ike, they would get along swimmingly. Except that he's, like, tangentially Cam, and Otto hates everything Camarilla right now. The one
thing I was going to add with you making them, like, Anarch traders and blood hunted by the Cam is you can say that they're traitors to the Black Hand as well.
I don't know if I know what the Black Hand is.
I'm just saying that would be awesome. Be like set up.
If someone tells me about them, I'm making them traitors to everyone. I am making them anti-tribute traitors to the Sabbat. I am making them traitors to the Camarilla. I am going to make them wish they never fucked with me.
Just wait till like the third date, okay? You guys will like fuck it out and be happy.
No, I will not talk it out. They will regret ever fucking with me and my computer systems and my club.
A lot of sexual tension I can sense between you guys.
What is my weapon of choice? My weapon of choice right now... Well, okay, so if you haven't gathered this from now, I conjure illusionary images in front of cameras to blackmail people, because the camera footage was never edited, so it's real, genuine footage, and even the most expert can't tell the difference. And I will send that to every Camarilla city I know. And there's a certain person I'm planning on ghouling to help me with this process. Though I haven't told Lilith this. But I mean, she generally just kind of lets me solve problems my own way so long as the problems end up solved. Yes, black spam mail.
All right, and we can cover Elvish Dame as Izzy for some more of our AMA. Let's go ahead and ask Elvish Dame questions about herself or about her lovely Cockney Nazi.
Hello.
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 No.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Sorry, because you went. No, that higher pitched one made me think of the caterpillar worm from Labyrinth.
Hello.
Hello.
Did you say hello?
Right.
No, I said hello, but that's close enough.
Hello. That's close enough. You're a worm. That's right.
Right.
Should have kept going down that
Inside,
way.
a cup of tea, meet the missus.
Go inside and meet the missus.
No. Should have kept going on that way.
This thing's full of openings. You just ain't seen them. Let's see. What have I discovered about Izzy since beginning to play here? She has kind of a horrible sense of humor. Like, I already knew she was funny, but, like, she saw these people dead in the room and was like, ugh, but then was also like, told you so. Like, don't care. This is hilarious. Like, horrible, but hilarious. Like, yes, like, she's not a bad person. Like, she's sad that people died, but she's also like, heh. She's kind of terrible. Let's see. Twerking, yay or nay? Obviously, hell yay. Yay or hell yay? Hell yay. Yes, absolutely. So much twerking. How Cockney am I? I am American as fuck. But I try my best. I'm sorry if anyone is British and watches me. And you can just, you know what? Take a drink every time I fuck up my language. And by that point, you'll be drunk enough to not care. Yeah. Ew, what? Why? I actually did practice a bit. I tried to listen to a couple of tutorials on how to do it right. And then I got to add the RAS to it too, which is a bit different. I'm trying to learn specific different words that people use. Like in America, you say trash, and from over there, you say rubbish. I've heard a lot, like stuff like that. So it's an interesting thing. How many more fires do I want to set? Well, can't be saying that I'm a firebug, but 7 more. Yeah. Gotta make it an even 8. So Izzy actually really loves like dumb club music. She loves it. And listens to it all the time, particularly when she's doing missions where she's supposed to be quiet and things like that. She puts on headphones and listens to really stupid club music just because it's just fucking fun. It makes everything fun automatically. Like, nothing can hurt you and nothing can threaten you. You're just like, oh shit! But you feel badass because you listen to fucking awesome club music. So yeah, that'd be it.
I like it.
Yeah. So me and Zaboni actually came up with this a bit ago, and we haven't had a chance to do it yet. But so she will never tell him why she's here from London. She'll never tell anyone, to be fair. But then he decided he would absolutely respond in kind, and they would just kind of keep trying to top each other with stupid stories as to like how they got to LA in the first place.
Nice.
So I'm hoping that comes up at some point.
And I'll wrap up the break if anyone does have any questions for me or Sydney.
What's my favourite colour? My favourite colour is any shade of blue, honestly. There's a couple different. I really like really deep, like sapphire blue. I really love that. I also really like a nice, more to the blue side, teal. It's a mix between blue and green. Those are my favourites.
I'm actually pretty much the same, like teal, dark bluish green, and like silver or gray are my favorite colors, actually. That's why me and Elvis is just best buddies. What is Sid's favorite?
You take that back. She's my best buddy.
Sure. What is Sid's favorite drink? Back when she was human, because she's French, she was a big fan of red wine. As a vampire, she likes, you know, young, healthy men. This is, you know, her favorite thing to head off for at the bar. How does it feel to know that last night was the last bit of sleep you will get until your story is published? Great. You know what? Woke up this morning, read that email about the Storyteller's Vault, and ready to not sleep for a couple weeks. So that's cool. What part of France does Sid hail from? She is actually from Paris. Or Paris. Her father was a part of the era of expeditions and exploring, especially down into like the Congo. So he was like a professor there and joined all those kinds of expeditions and things that went on there. He actually was a part of the group that went looking for Livingstone. What part of France is there underpants? Oh, ferrets.
I see London, I see France.
No, I know. Oh, ferrets.
Wow, that was
my response.
Like a good stretch. I appreciate the like length. That was like Mr. Fantastic levels of stretch. I love it.
AB- with a small P factor, nice full body with a pleasant finish, no aftertaste. Yeah, that sounds delicious. But unless there's any other questions, we can get back to the story.
Okay. So, after yesterday's night full of, well, shall we say, bloodshed and fun events, Izzy. Oh, I'm sorry, not Izzy. Otto. Sorry. I scroll ahead of my... Yeah, so Otto, you wake up around like 9, you know, depending on humanity, maybe like 9:30.
Yeah.
You do receive a text from the LAPD lead detective, and it just says, seems to be a popular guy, and he'll give you the address.
Cool.
Yeah.
Then
And-
that's probably
yeah, he-
one of the first places I'm going.
Right, and he also says, like, you're not the first person to ask.
I will actually respond. Who else is asked? Question mark.
Phil he replies. He says the police commissioner also wanted to know where he was.
Any idea why?
No idea. Just doing what I'm told.
I don't respond to that. Or actually, I will say thank you.
Okay. So you're gonna make your way to that hotel?
First, I am going to stop by, I don't know, a place. I'm looking for a flask because I probably don't own one, but now I do.
Like a whiskey flask?
Don't
Yes.
you dare! Don't you
Okay.
goddamn dare, bro! Don't step on my turf, bro! Don't you take my ideas, bro!
Yes, I am going to grab a whiskey flask,
Oh, I hate you so
Okay.
much. I hate you
and I'm
so
going to put blood
much.
in it.
I hate your
Okay.
guts, man. You piece of garbage.
As you hear that ringing through your head. So yeah, you buy a flask, you make your way to the hotel, the address that he gave you. And it's like a old Motel 6, you know, like very low standard hotel. Or your motel, rather.
And I will knock on the door.
There's no answer.
Do I see like the window? Is there light? Is the curtain kind of slightly cracked, like it is in a bunch of shitty motels where I can kind of look inside and see?
Yeah, the lights are on, and you do realize that it looked like someone were in a hurry. Like there's like old Chinese food on the table. It looks like some clothes have been kind of forgotten.
Huh. Well, I don't actually know what to do with that. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go to the front desk.
Okay.
I'm going to go to the front desk and tell them that my boyfriend left the key in the room and I need a copy.
Okay, so you're approached with this like Middle Eastern older lady who's kind of running the register. She's like filling the copy and stuff, and she kind of looks you up and down. It's like, ID?
Show her an ID, but I'm not on the.
Yeah, she just wanted to make register like the notary. She writes down your name.
Yeah.
And she'll give you the key. I'm like, okay. She's very disapproved of your life choices. How about that?
I am absolutely fine with that. I didn't want her asking questions. And I will go in and I'll start snooping around.
Okay, good. Ed, and do a perception investigate.
So 3 successes.
Yeah, so from what you can tell, again, there's like the old Chinese food boxes on the table, like where he used to eat. The remote control's been kind of moved around as he's watching TV. And you don't notice like any clothes like in the closet. There's no suitcase. The bed was unmade. Doesn't look like a housekeeper's been here at all. And you do see like a couple of button-up shirts on the couch that look like he just forgotten.
And just signs of him being in a rush.
Yeah.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Mm-hmm. I will say though, there are surveillance cameras kind of like in the parking lot, as well as like some of the hallways.
Okay. Then I'm curious. When I was in the front office, did I see an area that might have been where the computer system was?
Yeah, it would be behind the front counter.
All right, then I think I might actually. I'm gonna think for. Give me a second. I need to think what I'm actually gonna do. So give me like a description of the layout of like specifically the front counter and the area surrounding it.
Sure. If you've ever seen like Bates Motel, or I'm sorry, not Bates Motel, Psycho. There we go. That's the actual movie. There's like the office room where it's like a building, and it looks like there has a tendency of like a second floor where the old lady is staying. That's where she lives. And then you would lead outside the door, and there would be like a giant L-shaped building with like a railing on the top floor, as well as like there's a bottom floor, and there'd be ice machines as well as vending machines outside that as well. And where like the L-shaped building is, the middle of that would be like the parking lot.
So there are sections of this hotel that are not, directly visible even from the front door to
Yeah, there would be like the back where it'd be like the fire escapes and things like that.
Okay. Actually, you know what? Give me I would say it's probably best to go to someone else. I'm going to think about exactly what I want to do.
Okay, yeah, if any of you ladies want to do anything in your downtime, just let me know. Like if Sid, if you have anything you wanted to do, if you wanted to have a scene with Fang, kind of.
This is early Sunday?
Yeah, it's about like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock.
Okay.
If you wanted to have a scene with Fang about your sire.
Yeah, he definitely wanted to ask me about that, and even if we had like an hour before sunrise, I would have just been like, can we do this tomorrow? But next evening, I'd like, you said we have like our own like a little apartment, right? Like in an apartment building. Lilith has, right? So waking up, I would have putzed around, maybe tried, like I probably wouldn't have even washed the makeup off my face from the night before, so I'd go walk into the bathroom and really like quickly try to get all that gunk off my face and just fix up my hair a little bit after probably just again falling asleep with it still braided and all. And I'd go out into the living room. I don't know who might be there. Fang's there, Jewel.
No, you're actually the first one to be out in the living room. Jewel would follow closely after, and unlike you, she kind of has no care about her appearance. She would have like the makeup kind of smeared from like the pillow from like sleeping.
Yeah.
Her hair would be kind of like a mess, and she would still wear like the dress from the night before.
I would be checking my own phone because I gave my burner to Izzy, so I'd just be like seeing if I had otherwise emails or text messages or anything.
Okay, yeah, no text messages or anything, unless Izzy is texting you to anything. But yeah, Fang would follow closely after. So, well, good morning then.
Good evening, Fang.
I would offer you coffee, but
Maybe I'll go find some insomniac and feed off them.
Yeah. So about last night, you said one of the Camarilla, possibly.
I know him for sure.
Why don't you tell us about him? How you guys met? Your history with him?
So I was like leaning on the couch in the living room. I'm gonna sit up a bit more straight and take the equivalent of a kindred, taking in a deep breath, just kind of well, as I mentioned, he is my sire. He is of course Gangrel, and he met me. I suppose it would be late 1800s. I was just working at the museum at the time, curator myself. He embraced me without telling me what any of this was, but afterwards I thought it was so exciting. I didn't really care so much. I said goodbye to my mother through a letter and went out traveling the world with him. But as time went on, I started to realize that he was obsessed with me in a very, very unnatural, unhealthy way. And while we were still close for some time, I had to spend nearly every night telling him no and pushing him away and saying that it would never be what he was hoping for, and it just continued to get worse and worse as decades went on, and eventually I fled to America, and from there it was just another couple of decades of traveling around trying to find myself and make sure he never found me before I wound out here.
Fang and Jewel as well will kind of absorb this information, and Fang will reply, "So you've been running this entire time, huh?"
Well, I ran once. It seemed to work well enough. He didn't follow me as far as I understood, but that was throughout the 1900s, before the internet and all these technologies that make it so much easier to find someone. So that is my suspicion on why he's suddenly here, suddenly knows where I am.
Well, Camarilla do have their methods, and
Of course.
if they are trying to invade the Free States and take some cities back, it could be coincidence or it could be fate, if you believe in that.
My shoulders are tightening, like more and more I talk about Aiden, and I'll realize I didn't even say his name, Aiden Cook, if that helps with any sort of investigation. I'm sure he's using a pseudonym or whatever else.
Well, as long as you ride with us, you'll always have a place here, Sid. I know you haven't been with us long, but I hope you know that wherever we go is your home.
I'll give him a really genuine smile, and after a moment of still kind of shrunk into myself, I'll give him a real quick hug, almost like a bro hug, just like quick arm over.
Yeah, and he'll kind of like pat your head, like, well, how about we get to feeding, eh?
Yes, that sounds good.
Okay, so we'll go to Izzy real quick, and then we'll jump back to Otto after that. So Izzy, you have this burner phone. You wake up at around 9, 10. And yeah, what do you want to do?
Well, I had I texted the numbers of Jen and what's his face to Destiny the night before.
Okay.
And then I also kind of ended his phone basically as I'm coming in.
Okay, so you'll kind of approach the common room area that the Underdark kind of has. And you see Destiny on her computer playing her MMORPGs, as well as looking at like black market information on another monitor. She doesn't seem to notice your presence.
Hey! Boy!
And she'll kind of quickly turn around like, "Oh, hey Izzy."
Hello. Hey, sir, I got something for you to look at.
Oh? And
Yeah,
she'll
I don't know if
kinda-
you can actually even look at it really, but I got it, so she kind of hands with the phone.
That's a
Like,
phone,
tosses
Izzy.
it and hands it to him. No shit, thank you. Thank you so much. You're just enlightening all kinds of things for me today. Blowing my mind. Anyway, so, this is the unlisted number on here, the call history, is someone we're looking for who broke into the, fuck, I forgot the name of the club, I'm so sorry.
Widow's Web.
Widow's Web. Broke into the Widow's Web and killed a couple people, so we're trying to find them. If you could do anything, I ain't sure. I honestly don't know how this works. Sorry.
Yeah, no, it'll take like a couple minutes. And she'll grab the phone and see that it's an unknown caller. She'll put like a wire, like a charger, like on the phone connecting to her computer, and you'll see her do her tech savvy stuff, and she goes, "Huh."
Well,
Well, it's from a payphone.
they still have those?
Yeah. How you don't get out often, do you?
I do. I just don't go looking for payphones, I suppose.
Yeah, and she'll kind of like triangulate the area. It seems to be like northern LA.
Okay. So I also got these numbers here. These people have gone missing, and we're trying to. They probably threw their phones away, but it can't hurt to maybe try and find them. I don't know if you can triangulate things. I don't know how that works, honestly. I'm better at breaking into things than I am at hacking.
She'll give a heavy sigh, like you're taking time away from her MMO grind, and she'll like, it's gonna cost you his.
Sure, I know.
And she'll kind of ponder, like, I need some time cards. My time's running out in my MMO, so you go to the store for me and buy some?
I got you, love.
Yeah, and she'll type in the numbers again, and Cell's number doesn't even show up on the map. It seems that either the phone was destroyed or something else is blocking it. But Jin's phone is actually at the club.
Okay.
And yeah, that's what you get.
Okay.
And she kind of tosses the phone back, like, nah, if you'll, excuse me. And she seems very short with you, like, trying to cut conversation short. And you know her to be a talker.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm just trying to, do this dungeon.
Yeah, but usually you like to talk about the dungeon, if nothing else.
Well, I mean, you already heard about this one. I mean, there's not much to talk about.
Mm-hmm. Where's Daniel?
I'm sorry?
Daniel? Gangrel guy.
Oh, Gangrel guy, Jacob.
Jacob!
Yeah.
Fuck, why did I think his name was Daniel? I'm so sorry. I'm mixing him
okay.
up with the Semesian Spirits game.
That's okay. Jacob, he's doing some shipments for Bruno.
Bruno.
Boris. Yeah, see, I'm mixing up my own guy.
I'm Bruno.
Boris, yeah, he's doing some shipments for him. He should be back soon.
Never mind then. I'll go piss off somewhere. I'll leave you be.
And she doesn't reply with that. Did you want to, like, return the phone, or what are you going to do?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So, yeah, we'll say that you kind of go back to the apartment.
First, before I give this phone back, I am absolutely going to go steal us some time cards.
Okay, yeah. That's a little out of your way. Yeah. All right, so jumping back to Otto real quick. Otto, have you figured out what you're going to do?
I am going to follow Elvish's advice. I am going to cause the sensation of a warm, wet, gushy feeling in her pants.
Oh my. The old lady? Middle Eastern
Wait,
old lady?
how old is she?
She's like 40, 50.
Huh?
Shit.
I thought she was younger than that, or I wouldn't have given you that advice. Sorry, man.
40 or 50 is not that old. Come on.
Make her
No, but
smell
it's past.
something. Like,
the point
smell
is that
something
it's
burning.
The point
It's
is that it's past
menopausal.
menopause. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not necessarily. 40, not necessarily at all.
Not 40, but like she's in her late 50s.
Okay, that's...
All right. So, how many entrances are there to the front desk area?
Sure,
that are easily accessible. I'm not talking about ones that are in the back.
Yeah, there's like a side door that just is a single door, and then there's like a double door that is in the front.
Alright.
It looks like there's like a janitor, like a service exit towards the back as well, like where garbage goes out and goes to the
Right.
dumpster.
So the side door would be relatively accessible to me?
Yeah.
All right, then best I've got is I am going to make the sound of a car crash outside of the front door because most people are going to run to go look at that.
Okay. Yeah. Do you have to roll
And then-
anything or?
No, I have to spend willpower to do it. I don't have to spend, or yes, I have to spend willpower and blood to do it because just willpower because it's the first level.
Okay. So yeah,
and it's not lasting.
Yeah. Do you want to describe the car sound?
Yeah, I'm just gonna describe or I'm just going to outside make the screeching of someone hitting on their brakes loudly, and then the nasty crunch of metal, and then probably that's it.
Okay.
And then while she's distracted, I'm going to try and sneak in and get into the security room.
Okay. It's not a security room. It's just a front desk, like the computer.
Oh shit! I thought there was a side room that had the computer.
No, just like in the front desk area.
Okay, if that's the case, I am instead going to spend willpower and 2 blood points to make it a concentration illusion. Make the same sound, but then also make a pair of damaged cars in the parking lot with no one around.
Okay, that's fine.
So
And,
she's like, "What the hell is happening?"
Yeah, the old lady is her eyes
Because
begin to widen.
with a willpower and 2 blood points, I can make it multiple senses, and I can make it last as long as I concentrate on it.
Okay, yeah. So her eyes kind of widen as she hears the
It's
sound.
smoking
She's
a little bit.
Yeah, she's like, "What the heck?" And she kind of scuttles her way to the front door and sees the 2 cars. She's like, and hand me the phone, would you? And it's like a cordless phone, like an old cordless phone. And she's
Oh
done
wait,
with it.
she tells that to me.
You're in the room, right?
I was.
Or were you sneaking? Oh, okay.
I was kind of planning on hoping for her to leave, and then I go in.
Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, she'll just she'll like look outside, see the car crash, run back inside, grab a phone, and then rush towards the car. And she is obviously dialing.
Then I will
911.
slip in, and as quickly as I can, get on the stealth or the security section, and just try and find out what his car looks like, where he went, if he was with anybody.
Yeah.
Well, not where he went, but if he was with anybody, and what his car looks like, and hopefully a license plate if I can catch that.
Yeah. Okay. So go ahead and do a technology.
Yeah, I got you.
Intelligence. Or a computer. Sorry, computer intelligence.
That's 3 successes.
Okay. Yeah. So, you do kind of like quickly scavenge through the computer. It's a little bit of an older operating system, so it is a little, outdated. But you do manage to find the security footage, and one image in particular is the one that kind of landscapes through the parking lot, and you see a 2 men kind of like knock on the door of Bruce Malleone's room, and he opens the door, and you see them talking for quite a bit. And one of the guys pulls something out of his jacket, inside of his jacket, and shows him. And Bruce is like, gives him the finger, like, hold on one second. He has a suitcase, and they begin leaving downstairs. And they have like a black Cadillac that they go into. You do spot the license plate numbers, and they seem to drive off.
All right. Then, that being the case, I will get out as quickly as I can.
Okay. Yeah, you make a clean escape. You kind of revert the desktop back to where it was.
Yeah,
It's not
and
open.
then I will watch until she's not looking at the car and make it disappear, because I don't want it to disappear in her vision. I want it to disappear like, what the?
Yeah, it's actually quite some time before she does take her eyes away, but she eventually scuttles back to the office to put away the cordless phone.
Yeah.
And then when she comes back outside, it's gone. Like she's looking around like, what the? She is a confused old lady right now. And then you kind of hear sirens in the distance coming in of like a fire truck, ambulance, and police car.
Cool. Then I will leave quickly.
Okay. So you're gonna make your way back to the club.
Yes, and I will text Izzy because she's the only person I know who has the connections. Actually, no, it's too late. I will text Izzy. Can you get license plate info, or can you get info on the driver of a certain license plate?
Okay.
You know Destiny would be able to do that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I can look it up.
I will send you the license plate number, and then just say tell me what it'll cost.
I'll let you know. Depends on how long it takes.
Yeah, right now you're out in town. You're kind of with the buying the time cards for the MMOs and returning the phone, right? Or are you gonna make your way back?
I'm gonna run the phone back to Sid. Yeah.
Okay, so Jasmine, what are you gonna be doing on your downtime?
Yeah, so two things. First is she has a contact in the LAPD, which is apparently just the most corrupt place because everyone has a contact there.
Seems so.
She is going to call him up, send that picture that she took last night.
Okay, so you call do you want him to be in a specific role, or do you want to be like a beat cop kind of guy?
Totally your call, bro. I do not care either way.
What's your contact at?
I think I have 3 dots of contacts, but it's 1 each, so.
Okay. We'll say he's an investigator, another detective. His name is Garrett. Hey, doll. How's it going?
Hey, it could be going better, but here we are. I actually came across something horrifying yesterday, and I thought it needed to go into the right hands.
And I thought this was gonna be a call for dinner.
Oh, next time, sorry.
Hey, it's what do you got?
I'm sending it to you right now. Please, if you can. I do not want to be connected with this.
Yeah. And you'll send it fax it to him, or
she'll send it to him in an email, through her phone.
Okay, and it takes a couple of minutes. You hear the clicking of a mouse, and still silence. Is this a joke, Jasmine?
I wish I could say it was. I'm really sorry.
And he's like, where's the bodies? Why didn't you call this in?
Because the people who I talked to last night told me not to, so I thought I'd get this in as soon as I could.
All right, where's the location?
This is at the Widow's Web.
Fucking Widow's Web again. All right, I'll get some people over there and tell you what they find.
Yeah, if you could. I don't know if you can get a subpoena for their files, but that would be really fantastic if you could pass along what you could. I'm trying to help one of your men out of he thinks he's been framed, and I think that there's enough going on there that he might be right.
Yeah, I heard you're taking on that Bruce Malleone case. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll get you what I can.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
And then she'll try and call Bruce Malleone.
Okay, so you hear the dial tones, and it's not big enough.
Okay.
With her newly.
Is there any way that she has any information on him, any other contact information, even just maybe his wife that is not speaking to him?
Yeah, you actually do have the number of his house number that he did get kicked out of, as well as his cell number.
Yeah, she'll call his cell first, if she didn't already, and then call his house.
Okay. And it's you call the house, it rings a couple times, and just as you think it's gonna go into a voicemail, someone picks up like, "Hello."
Hi, I'm looking for Bruce Malleone.
Oh, that fucking scumbag! He's not here.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I am his
Who
lawyer.
is
And
this?
I'm his lawyer.
Is this one of his floozies that he's sleeping with? Another one of a whore? You ruined his life already, okay?
In fact, I'm really sorry. I am his lawyer. I am just trying to get a hold of him.
Well, he's guilty as fuck, and you're stupid for defending him.
So
and
I
she'll
take
like
it-
hang up the phone.
That works, man. Shit, yeah, no, she's gonna call her detective friend back.
It actually rings and you don't pick up. He seems to be doing the work to get
Yeah,
people over there.
that's okay. Then she'll run the picture down to Xiaoleng.
Okay, so you call him up and he arranges the meeting at the usual place, Jade's Cuisine, and you go to the restaurant. He's there with his right hand, Scarlet, and he seems to be just like, very amused. He's like, "I got your text message. It's very interesting."
Yeah, I have a picture to go with it if you'd like.
And he'll kind of like beckon you over, like, and he'll look at the pictures and a very, white smirk across his face, like, "This is good, Jasmine. I was right to place my trust in you."
Thank you, Mr. Lang. I actually have a question if I can get some information from you.
Yes, of course.
I'm having a hard time contacting my friend, Mr. Malleone. And I know that you were the one who referred him to me. So I was hoping you would have any information on where he might be, how to contact him.
Well, last I knew he was staying at that hotel, but whether or not where he might be, I can send some men out and try to find him.
That would be fantastic, Mr. Lang.
Thank you. Do you have anything else to share?
Yeah, I have a few printouts of some of the people involved. If you could help me out with them as well.
And he'll kind of look over the pictures, and he stops at the woman, actually. Oh. The woman, Rose.
Yeah.
And he gives a, "Oh."
You know anything that could help?
Yes, I know this woman. And her name is Gabrielle, I believe she said.
Is she one of our kind?
Yes, she is a kindred, yes.
And
she helped me relocate here a long time, back in the 90s. I recognize her because she was quite enchanting, and she did have some uniqueness to her.
I think I remember someone saying that one of them was a Tremere or some sort of Kuei-jin.
Yes, well, the Kuei-jin is, if there was another one here, I would certainly know about it. No, she is definitely Tremere. She has a bit of a sadistic side to her.
Yeah, I'm seeing that. I'm getting that.
Yes,
you know why she would want to do something like this in such a, right on the streetwalker's doorstep?
Well, if I had to guess, it was a order from our new prince, I would say. She rarely acts on her own accord.
Do you know if she has some sort of regular hunting ground or someplace she thinks is comfortable?
Well, I do remember her saying that she does like to frequent one of the libraries here in northern Los Angeles.
All right. I'll look into that. You want me to let the others know?
Let's see how this plays out first.
Okay.
And yeah, so anything else for me?
Now, just let me know if you men find anything about Mr. Malleone. I need to talk to him.
You'll be the first to know.
Thank you. And she'll leave.
Yeah, as you leave, you do get another call. It's from the district attorney again.
Okay.
Hello, Miss Rosenthal.
Yeah, this is Jasmine Rosenthal.
Hey, Mr. Rosenthal. Just a reminder, your court date is tomorrow at 9 o'clock. Please bring Mr. Malleone. I cannot contact him. He does know about his court date, correct?
He does know about his court date. Thank you.
Right, and if we have to push it, we can push it to 11.
That would probably be best.
Okay, so 11. Gotcha. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. And yeah, so with that, Izzy, I would say that Sid, you would probably be back at the apartment after feeding with Fang. Izzy, you would then approach her apartment. So are you dying?
It's okay. Don't worry about it.
So yeah, unless you guys want to play out the scene, we can just say that Izzy gives the phone back.
I'll meet her and take the phone over. So did you find anything?
Not really.
Nothing at all? Just blank number?
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty sure yes. I kind of... I'm drawing a blank, I'm so sorry. I know you
said
just
earlier
told me.
it was a
Phone booth, yeah.
Yeah.
Phone
Phone
booth, right,
in
thank
Northern
you!
LA.
Yeah, no, it was just a phone booth, there's nothing to it.
Did you get the location for the phone booth at least?
Text it really quickly.
He didn't triangulate it.
Yeah.
I'll just laugh. Well, if you can get that might at least be something. Of course, they could have gone several blocks away to make the phone call, but it could be something to help.
Yeah, no, totally. Aside from that, we're working on the other numbers, but I don't think we're gonna get anything.
It's fair enough. Thank you very much, Izzy. I really appreciate it, and I'll clap her like on the shoulder.
Yeah, sure, no problem.
All right, so if anyone else has anything else to do tonight, we'll move on to the next day.
When Fang, myself, and Jewel were out feeding, like, that was my main focus. I just wanted to, like, get fed and get back to the apartment. But once we get back inside, I was gonna try and, like, pull Fang aside for a second to talk to him.
Okay.
And Fang, is any of this something we should speak to Jeremy about, or should we just continue with our investigation for now?
Well, I could try to fast forward the date a bit. He did say a week's time, but I'm sure that with enough going on, he'll want to meet with us as soon as possible.
I wasn't pushing for it. It's just it seems like I think you might know him better than I do. I didn't know if we should involve him or let him sit waiting for our actual report.
He'll kind of give a smile and he says, well, the thing about McNeil is when he wants to talk to you, he'll find you and talk to you. Not necessarily works the other way around.
I've met plenty of kindred like that.
Yeah, so I'll do my best to get in contact with him, but I'll see what I can do on my end.
And did Lily say she needed anything from us? I mean, obviously there's been a bit of a security break at our club?
Well, if you can find a strapping lad with, chiseled jaw, and he kind of like starts describing himself. She wants me by her side, but I got some other things that I need to take care of, obviously.
Well, of course. Just let us know if there's anything we should be doing with the club. She is affording us this place.
Right, well, we'll make our way down and make sure nothing else happens there.
All right. And then like rest of the day would just be like, average things, maybe talking with Jewel some more.
Right, alright. What's going on, Otto?
I'm just curious if Izzy has gotten back to me in any way on this license plate.
Yeah, Izzy would go back. Destiny would do her magic. It's actually from a rental car, and you'll get the location from, again, northern LA.
All right. And what time do I get this information?
Around like 11 midnight.
Oh, yeah, then I'm totally going to the rental car company.
Okay. As you approach it, it is closed. There is, it seems like all the lights are off, etc.
I'll mutter under my breath, and this is why I need a Google. Do I see any cameras?
There would be cameras, like, kind of looking at inside the building. Lots of surveillance cameras.
Grumble. Actually, I think I might. But there's also probably an alarm system. That's more concerning.
Yeah, I mean, take the gamble.
Oh, well, I don't leave fingerprints, so. Then I will spend another willpower and blood point. So that's down 2 blood points. I'm starting. And I am going to pull a
3
page out
right?
of. Huh? What's
3
that?
blood points, right?
Yeah, so that's 3 blood points and 2 willpower that I'm down. And I'm going to pull out a page out of the La Sombra page, or the La Sombra book, and I'm just going to make an illusion of black orbs around the faces of the cameras. And I'm gonna see if I can't pick my way in.
All right.
If I have to, I'll drive out and I'll grab something, and I'll grab. Paper clips can actually be decent lockpicks, and I am half decent at that.
Okay, go ahead and do a larceny and intelligence.
Intelligence, not dexterity? I guess it's actually this entirely same roll, so. One success.
If you're doing it with a paperclip, you're not going to get very far. This is a pretty sturdy lock.
Shit. Then I will sigh. Yep, I guess there's nothing that I can do. I can't reach the computer, so I can't get into it. I'm not the greatest hacker. Yeah, so what I will probably do is I will probably head back towards work, and later in the night when I'm fairly certain that he's sleeping, because there's no reason to wake him up in the middle of the night, I'm going to text my detective friend and say, or text him license plate number, that it's a rental car. I'm curious who rented it out. And I'll actually say, because they seem to have taken your former partner. You know, give him a little bit of incentive to actually do something with this.
Okay. Yeah, you'll text and you don't receive a reply.
Yeah, that's the point. I have no reason to wake him up in the middle of the night, so I figure I'll text him when he's super asleep.
Okay. So with that, did anyone else want to do anything with Sunday night?
Yeah.
What you want, Jazzy?
Since Zhao Lang gave her the information on him staying at a motel, she does want to go check that out.
Okay. Yeah, so you approach the hotel. It's around like 11. You do knock on the door and don't receive a reply. There's no answer.
Yeah, no, she'll go to the front desk.
This poor old lady.
That's just his girlfriend.
So there's actually no one at the front desk. You do have to like ring the bell that's on the front, and eventually you do see like the middle-aged old woman like, yes, how can I help you?
Hi, yeah, I am trying to see my client Bruce Malleone. I'm his lawyer, and he does not seem to be.
Malleone is a very popular fellow these days, and
Oh yeah? Do you mind if I ask who else has tried to visit him?
well, I need to see some license and proof that you're his lawyer.
Yeah, absolutely. And she'll like pass forward basically. I don't know what lawyers carry. Her
Like a
ID and a
badge.
card, I guess.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it'd be a
And-
business card.
Yeah. She'll like read it over, and she's like, yes, well, does his license say Otto Namoto?
So,
Or is it,
actually,
like a fake name.
so it might actually say Otto Zheng.
Okay.
I want to say that I illusionarily produced a completely bullshit ID, but I didn't think to do that in the moment. So that's kind of up to you.
Yeah.
But
so we'll
chances
say a
are it
different
says-
last name.
Yeah, it says Otto Zheng.
Yeah. So she'll hand over the notary of all the people that visited, and it has like the room numbers next to it,
Mhm.
and it says Otto Zhang, and it's like, yes, his boyfriend came. He wanted to visit. He said he lost his key. I don't.
She is going
necessarily
to frown so hard.
Yeah, and she says, I don't necessarily approve of his life choices, but, you know.
Okay, ma'am, I am gonna need to get inside of that room if you can.
Yes. Here you go.
She'll go check out the room.
And before you do that, she does take your license, writes your name down, just to say that you visited, and you'll go check
Yeah.
out the room. And it's pretty much what I told Otto. The room looks like he was leaving in a rush. There was like old Chinese food. The bed may have been made.
Incidentally, when I think that I thought it, I definitely intended to say it. I don't know if I actually did. I meant to say that I grabbed his shirt so that I can give them his shirts so that I can give them to him.
Okay, so yeah, there would not be shirts on the couch anymore. So it just looks like his bed, is not made. There's no Chinese food. His hair products and stuff still seem to be in the bathroom. No suitcase, no anything.
Yeah, no, she'll go back to the front desk.
Well, did you see him?
Well, I'm actually very concerned, ma'am. I know for a fact that Mr. Bruce Malleone is not gay, so I don't exactly know who you let in. And in addition to that, he did seem to have left in a hurry, and I would just really appreciate if you could help me by letting me see any sort of video footage you might have.
Well, I mean, he was German, so I thought he was gay, but, she'll, and she'll pull you over to the other side.
He can't even finish.
What the fuck, dude?
This has been a StorytellerSpira game.
Good night, everybody.
And that's it.
And that's a wrap.
Anyways, she'll pull you in back of the desk, and yes, well, I don't see how that's a problem.
She'll go. I'm so sorry.
It's the problem of everyone's laughing now. Alright, chat, talk amongst yourselves.
I give you the topic.
How you doing?
Duran is neither Duran nor Duran. Go.
All right, ladies, gentlemen, let's breathe.
Actually, you know what? It's in the middle of a scene. I was waiting, but we could take a little break. I think our storyteller might need it for a second. Hope. It's your turn. So everybody ask Hope questions about herself or her character Jessie while we let Revolver C reset.
I had a. What is she thinking at this exact moment? I don't know, man. I had a response and then I didn't because he's fucking Rev. What are my views on fuck you, Graham? I mean, he could be a little gay. I don't know.
So usually players kill the GM or break the GM. I've never seen the GM break the GM.
Fucking I can't. He's German, so he's gay.
He's German, so I just assumed.
Obviously, 100% of the German population is gay. Completely. Duh. Just, what the fuck?
I am back.
What have I learned about Jazz so far? I don't know what you mean, man. That
Have you discovered anything that was surprising about Jazz as you have played her?
yes.
Like
I can't
Otto
think
and his
of-
obsession for revenge.
Yeah.
Like she's not German, so she's not gay.
Well, she didn't learn that. She knew
Oh
that.
my god, but she is gay, which is so how is she not German?
Wait, does that mean Angel's gay too? Is everyone gay?
It's just Germans and New Yorkers.
Is he the only straight one? She's in trouble.
Oh my god, I'm sorry. No, Jazz is mad gay, bro.
Sydney is straight, but she might, if Jewel could probably convince her otherwise.
My dog is concerned because I'm like dying.
Oh, Gibbs, puppy.
Wait, is Gibbs? Wait, he's a dachshund. Dachshund is a
He's
German
German.
breed.
He's gay. All wiener dogs are gay. Chat, you're welcome. Good night.
That will be all for tonight.
Alright, real quick. Let's finish up our AMA.
I'm so sorry.
That's
What have I learned
Okay.
about Revolver so far is that he's a real piece of garbage. He says some shit, man.
I'm laughing so hard my ball is making me have a headache. Like it's pulling on my skin.
My ribs hurt, man. They hurt so bad.
All right, let's get back to this.
Okay. Yep.
Breathe.
My dog is like, why are you crying?
You know what's really hard to do is get serious again when you have like Bootylicious playing in your earphones.
It's gonna be really hard literally anytime Otto talks now.
I mean, obviously.
I've
At
always,
least-
Okay, look, do
This-
not judge my personal habits, all right?
last thing we're gonna say is there's actually a comedian that uses like that exact accent with like a gay German character. So that's why it was especially funny
look,
to me.
Look, German ain't, wow, Otto ain't gay, but he grew up in Depression-era Germany and then went to a concentration camp, so food is food. Like, he'll feed on a dude. He ain't got no problem with it.
Hey, no, Jazz feeds on bros because they're easier to get than girls.
All right, back to
No,
the game.
it's dudes. Food is food.
We get to go play again.
Yes.
Sorry. Okay, so she pulls you in the back, like behind the front desk. It's like, oh yes, here you go. And she'll, God damn it, Jasmine.
He's got the
Okay,
giggles.
Get in the
No,
mind
it's-
of that homophobe, bro.
I'm just gonna minimize the cameras. There we go. And yeah, she pulls you behind, and she goes, "Oh yes, here you go. See, there's two people there, and they seem to go with him. And there's that German fellow I was talking about, and it's Otto, obviously."
So she sees them get into. She sees what's his face, Malium, get into the car.
Wearing a fabulous pinstripes, by the way.
Okay, yeah. So he goes in willingly, right?
Yeah, so I'll re-describe the scene again. There's two men that knock on the door. They seem to be talking for quite a bit, and they pull something out of their jacket. And Bruce kind of gives like the hold on, packs his things, has a suitcase, and goes to the car.
Okay.
And then you see Otto kind of go to the door, go to the front, then go to the door again.
Okie dokie. If
To
she
be fair,
can
you might
grab,
notice that I'm holding a little bit more cloth when I leave than when I enter.
Yeah.
yep. And then can she make out the license plate on that car?
Yeah, easily.
She is going to text it to Zhao Lang and ask for a trace.
Okay. So yeah, he'll give you the same information. It's from a rental center.
Chinese
Northern Ireland.
person is so good at tracing license plates.
They compete with the pack rats, bro, for information.
So is that all you wanted to do to for?
No, I want to see if they're open. I'm sorry. I'm just following in Zabani's footsteps right now.
Yeah,
like I'm
pretty
just
much.
doing things he did.
Yeah, no, it's still closed. You'll get there like 1 in the morning. It's closed. Lights are off.
Yep. Unlike a common criminal, she'll
I'm
just
fine with this.
she will email. I don't know who you're talking about, bro. She will email the rental company, say that she is a lawyer. She is trying to track down her client, not disclose, or basically say that she saw him entering a vehicle, and so basically to contact her as soon as possible, and like with information on the guy,
Okay.
whoever rented the car.
Yeah, it's fine. You probably won't hear a reply back till like later or even a couple days because
Yeah,
Then
and like
Company.
Yeah.
Incidentally, there is one other thing because I just realized I've spent a lot of blood points. I would like to, go feed.
yeah, that's fine.
And as much as it's kind of funny, I probably am going to go to a gay bar because it's much easier. Because I am fabulous and I recognize that, and so I am much easier pickings in a in a gay bar than in a straight bar.
So do you go to like a bear club, a twink? Like what are we talking?
I go.
Why
I
wouldn't you
go.
want this?
let him go to Lips in San Diego. Let it happen.
He's in LA. He's got to go
I
to
don't
Tiger,
care.
the Tiger Club. Anyways, so yeah, you'll have no problem finding a victim and doing your little feeding thing.
I will be feeding on here, just so you know.
Yeah.
That is what I'm sucking on.
That's fine. So
Certain
Going.
words you don't need to bring up, man. That was one.
So, going into the next night, Monday night, we are going to start with Izzy. So Izzy, as you're kind of waking up, doing your morning routine, you see under your, like, where the slip of the door is, you see a note.
Okay.
In that note, it's a handwritten letter. You recognize this as Destiny's handwriting, and it says, "Old Service Tunnel. Meet me there."
Okay.
So you're gonna go?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm like dying. So yeah, you would walk to the service tunnel. This is like kind of the old wing where like no one used, like it was used once upon a time, but by different gang members that probably are no longer there. And you kind of like knock on this old like metal door, and you hear it creak open. You see Destiny kind of like peek through. She's like, "Yeah, come in."
Okay. I'm glad you're here. Honestly, this makes me feel a little better.
Yeah. Let's, look, I gotta tell you something, but Boris can't know, okay?
Okay. What's the matter?
Well, you know how the Streetwalker, the surveillance stuff, was hacked?
Yeah.
Well, Boris told me to do it. I hacked it.
Why?
Well, he said it was for a client. His name, Hassam Grak. I don't know. I was ordered to, copy the files and then send it to him. I was asking why, and you know how he gets when you ask questions, he gets irritable, and
Huh. All right. No one's gonna know about this. Okay.
Right. But listen. I remember you telling me about like the Camarilla stuff, and like I was I was looking at this Hassam Grak, and I didn't find anything, but it's an anagram, And she begins to write down the letters and rearranges them, and it's Isaac Graham. And
Who uses an anagram of your own name? What the shit?
And,
Ever heard of a little man named Voldemort?
Yeah, he's stupid. He wanted people to find him.
No, I'm not. I haven't
And,
read your Harry Potter.
So you'll like, look, see, Isaac, right? It's not a coincidence, right?
No, it isn't. And that means he wanted to be found instead of making up some bullshit new name.
But, this can't come back to me, and, like, I'm trusting you.
Look, Destiny, you're just doing your job. You're doing what people asked of you, okay? No one's gonna know you did it. I won't tell no one.
Okay. And she'll, like, give you a quick hug.
Yeah. Pats awkwardly.
Right, well, I'm gonna go back.
Look, I might sell this, but I won't sell you, alright? Your name won't come up.
Yeah. She is very nervous when you say that.
Look, it's just... Okay. If Boris came up with this a bit, okay? Some people who kind of had nothing to do with anything ended up very violently dead. And I don't like that. Okay? So, I'm gonna try and make that not happen again, regardless of who actually ends up on top, you see?
Yeah, okay.
You're not gonna be dragged into this, okay? I promise I will not ever tell anyone you did this.
And she'll kind of, like, give a more affirmative nod, like, okay.
Okay. You good?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Alright. Take care.
Yeah. So, with that new information, learning that Destiny was the one responsible for hacking into the Streetwalker surveillance equipment and copying the files and sending it to a unknown user, let's say, what is Izzy going to do? Or I can come back to you.
No, I got an idea. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna call Otto. Yep.
Okay. So, Otto, you're gonna, waking up, doing your morning routine, getting all your hair product in and matching your suits and whatnot. And you receive a call from Izzy.
Hello.
Hey, so I have a bit of a lead on the hacking of your system there.
Oh, that is amazing news.
Yeah, so apparently whoever did it was hired, but we found the tracer link, and whoever did it was hired by a guy who's like his name was like Hassam something, anagrammed out to be Isaac.
Wait, who uses an anagram of their own name?
I know. I thought it was bloody stupid. Don't. I didn't do it. Okay, just.
Oh no, I understand that. It's just ridiculous.
Do you want to know or don't you?
Oh yes.
Okay. So apparently it was this guy, and he hired out like another kindred hacker to take out your systems.
Come, Hunton.
Bit.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means, but a bit.
Cam dog.
Ah.
But yes, so Destiny found this out. She's always done amazing work.
Yeah, no, she did a really good job tracing who did it.
I really wish she was a streetwalker.
Yeah, I bet you do.
Just
you
said
wish
as well.
You wish everyone was streetwalkers, love.
The offer is always open. I'm sure.
I don't really like this, so
I'm sure you like the finer things in life. We have the finer things in life.
I like the finer things. I don't like Lilith. You're welcome.
That being said, okay, so did you say Isaac or Isaac Graham?
Well, Isaac Graham.
And Lilith told me this guy's name was something Graham. What was it?
Malcolm Graham.
That is interesting. The blonde that I showed you, his name is Malcolm Graham.
Well, that can't be a coincidence.
It's not completely uncommon name. It could be a coincidence, but it is.
Oh, even if it is, it's worth looking into to make sure.
Malcolm is a Ventru, and my experience with the Camarilla is that they love to have their Ventru princes.
I don't know why, but I got the impression that this guy was treated with like special client privileges. Either he paid really well, or he was a member of some clan that somebody owed a favor to.
Well, I will look into. So what I was told is that Malcolm Graham is staying with a friend. Perhaps that is the connection to Isaac.
Maybe.
Perhaps he is. Perhaps he's an assumed name. I mean, we know he's terrible about pseudonyms.
Meaning he's uncreative. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, and as you guys...
I'm sorry, it just struck me there's only so many anagrams of Izzy.
So...
Yeah.
Zizzy?
Yes!
Well,
so... As you two are talking over the phone, Otto, you're actually going to see another call come in, and it's from...
give me a moment. I must take this call.
Yeah, sure. Call me back in a second.
Yes. And I will take it.
Okay. And you hear the voice of Lilith like, Otto, dear, I need you to come to the office immediately.
Of course.
Thank you.
I was
And-
getting ready.
And before you can even say that, she just hangs up.
All right. So I'll swap back over to Izzy and kind of talk, because I'm mostly ready at this point. I'm going to start heading out, and I'll talk and walk. So
Yeah,
yes,
okay. Do you got a lead for me? Anything? Really good at breaking in places, for example. That's my area of expertise.
Yes, but you don't know computers, do you?
No, that's Destiny.
Oh, that's unfortunate. There's I'm gonna check. Do I have a text from my my cop buddy? Buddy's a strong word.
Yeah, you do.
One moment, and I'm gonna actually look at it.
Okay, and you were just inquiring about the license plate, right? Like who
License
bought it?
plate, and I said that that mentioned that it was his buddy, or it was his former partner that is mixed up in all of this, and I'm trying to find him and make sure that he's safe, and something rental car company.
Yeah. Yeah, you get just a name actually. It says Matt Gomez, and that seems to be the name who rented out the car.
Well, that is convenient. Yes, I might have a lead for you, but it's just a name. Though this is more of an indirect lead. This is kind of a personal thing. I don't know if I have any leads that are specifically relevant to the Camarilla. I have someone that I would like to look into this.
Okay.
No. This was talking to Izzy.
Oh, sorry. What'd you say?
No, I basically rambled. I was like, I might have a name, but it's not really directly related. It just might be somebody who can help us find some leads.
Ah.
There is someone I'm planning to try and get some work done during the day. There's someone I'm planning to have some work done through the day, and God damn it, Graham.
Ew.
And I know he has been captured, taken by. You said Mark? Oh my god, my brain is not great at names. What was the name?
Oh, hi, Mark.
I'm sorry, where
Go
was it?
away.
What was the guy's name that I got the text?
Oh, Matt Gomez.
And Matt Gomez might know where this man is, but this is not directly related.
Okay.
Beyond that, Lilith has called me to her office. I don't know. She might have something. Who knows?
Go meet Lilith in her office first. Call me
I will do
afterwards.
Okay, so are you guys wrapping up with that?
Yeah,
conversation?
I'll go paint me nails.
Okay, sounds good. So yeah, Otto, you arrive at the Widow's Web. Daryl, the bouncer, he kind of gives you the nod, like, go inside. And as you make your way up the stairs and knock on the door, you hear a very sharp, like, "Come in."
I will go in.
And
You want to see me, Lilith?
yeah, inside the room, you see like residue of cocaine on her like fine oak desk. Her hair is very frizzled, and her makeup doesn't seem to be as sharp as it was like previous nights. She seems to be very out of it. She's like, "Oh yes, Otto, hi. Did you find Jin?"
I have not found any information about Jin, because I wasn't told that his phone is in the area. I am tracking down a few leads, but they are scarce. These cam dogs know what they're doing. It's rest assured that I will find them, and they will pay for what they have done.
And with that remark, she kind of like slams her hands on the table very loudly. She's like, "Forget the fucking Camarilla. Find Jin and tell them to come to my office." and she'll begin to like pace around and look very scatterbrained.
We did. So you said there is a possible lead on that. If you're interested, I'm sure you are. The Mr. Graham that you're talking about, the man claiming himself to be the Prince of Los Angeles, is an Isaac Graham. I don't know if you have any information about that would help.
What? No, I don't care about the prince. I need to find Jin. I need to find
Yes,
my
yes.
sweet
I
Jin.
will help you find Jin. This is.
Then why aren't you doing anything? Why are you still here?
I will leave.
Yeah, she is just very
He's
out of
yeah.
it. And she'll begin to yell like, "Oh, that's right, you fucking Ravnos fucking piece of shit! Leave out of my office! Why don't you leave like all the other fucking people?" And she'll begin to talk to herself, like even after you close the door, you can hear throughout the door.
Yeah. And I will go to my computer and I'll probably text I'll probably text Izzy. She's had no useful information.
Par for the course.
Man, I really want to text like a glaring emoji, but Izzy or Otto does not text emojis.
He's much too classy for that. So we'll go jump over to Sid real quick.
Is he just not like Lilith? Sorry.
I don't either, but Otto kind of does.
So Sid, as you kind of wake up, do your morning routine, you feel refreshed because you did feed. You go
stepping back 1 second, I wanted to check, did last night, or if it took her a while, did I get the information from Izzy about the location of the payphone?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in northern LA.
Okay.
She kind of like triangulated it. But yeah.
Meaning Destiny did, I did not.
But you go to the living room, you see Fang, actually pretty well dressed and ready to go, like somewhere, and he's sitting at like a couch. He's like, good morning.
Wait, who was it?
Fang.
Oh. Sounded a little less like his normal kind of sound.
And my voice is dying.
So I'll just stretch. Good morning, Fang, or evening, whichever you prefer.
He'll kind of like smile and he'll say, "I need you to get ready, and if you can, let Jewel know we're heading out."
Of course. What kind of ready?
Seems Anthony Morales, the leader of the Los Bidwaris, he wants to have a meetup. Wants to inquire about his missing member, Marcus.
To repeat, is this something I should get my little friends out for, or not?
He'll kind of smile at that gesture and say, "Well, it's not a bad idea not to take it."
Fair enough, I'll pick the right jacket to hide it.
Yeah, and with that, Jewel will kind of wake up and he'll explain the situation to her as well. Anyways, we're gonna be meeting at my old bar downtown. Not a lot of faces there. Kindred friendly.
Of course. And you said we're meeting with Anthony?
Yeah, Anthony and I presume Richard would be there as well.
I'm gonna like scratch the back of my hairs. Is this invitation? How is this exactly proposed?
Well, I'm inviting you two ladies to accompany me if you'll have me.
I wouldn't really walk into a Viper den without you.
That's mighty kind. And he'll stand up from the couch and say, "Well, at your ready."
I'll go back into my room. I'll put on like a heavier, like leather jacket that's a little more bulky even for my size, so that I can otherwise like keep a pistol on my left side, like a larger one that takes a couple clips and maybe a couple extra clips on the other side.
Okay. So it's a couple minutes out, probably 20-30 minutes. It's still like southern LA, going more into the Inland Empire country. And you approach this bar called the Whiskey Spits.
Nice.
Yeah, and inside you see two Mexican fellows. One is very well dressed. Another kind of, baggy clothes like t-shirt, shorts, things like that. And they do both have the vest of the Vipers on it. And as they kind of see your party enter the bar, you'll notice that there isn't really anyone else there, and they're sitting towards the back. And Fang will lead the way towards the table.
Alright, I'll stay like flanked on one of his side, guessing Jewel will probably stay to the other.
Right. Yeah, and Anthony Morales, he is a much calmer fellow than his compatriots that he usually travels with. His companion, Richard, is a little bit more hot-headed. He seems to be more, hot-blooded, violent kind of thing. And as he sees the three of you come, he gives a very sharp scowl, like almost hateful scowl. And
I'll give him a friendly smile, but not too sarcastic, just like, hello.
Yeah, and Jewel will kind of match his face as well, kind of like, scowl, not really trusting. And Anthony will like, well, Garland, it's don't see you here often. And Fang will take a seat, like, what do you want to talk about, Anthony? We're pretty busy right now. And the two will kind of exchange pleasantries. Richard will kind of be like, actually be much more forward and blunt. He'll smack his hand on the table, says, you know why we're here. Where the fuck is Marcus? We tried calling him. He doesn't answer his fucking phone. We have no idea what the fuck is going on, so where the fuck is he? And Jewel will kind of stand up, try to act like kind of ready.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay to Fang's set, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna stand to his side. Not trying to be intimidating, just kind of like we're his backup.
Yeah. And with that, Anthony kind of glances over at Richard and he says, Richard, why don't you take a walk here? I'll be fine. And Richard, very hesitantly, they start to bicker back and forth, and eventually Richard does go towards the back, like to go get a smoke or something. And Anthony says, I'm sorry about him. He's a little bit hot-headed, but his intentions are good. We just want to find out where our missing brother is, so to say.
After Richard leaves, I will then slowly take a seat next to Fang.
Yeah, and he'll take a look at you and says, I am to believe that you were last seen with Marcus. You were one of the representatives. Am I wrong?
No, you're correct. Me and essentially one of each of the other larger gangs around here, one of the streetwalkers, one of the pack rats, and one of the dragons, we had each gone to the same location we were told to go to. We were supposed to meet up all together, which the four of us did. Marcus did not show, so we just went ahead to the location, some abandoned theater. After we did some investigation, that is when we found and I'll trail off a little bit.
And Anthony is very calm. He's very studious. He actually absorbs every word that you're saying right now. His hands are kind of placed in front of his mouth as he kind of stares at you.
I'll catch Fang's, his look on his face before I keep speaking.
Yeah, Fang is very calm as well. You know that Fang and Anthony actually get along very well. It's
Okay.
just the bad blood between the gangs that makes them divided.
So then I'll continue. We unfortunately came across Marcus's body. He was actually, it it appeared as though he'd been hanged. But of course that wouldn't necessarily, that wouldn't be enough for our kind. Something else had happened to him before. That was more of a sign.
Well, Marcus always was a bit of a rash one.
Yes.
And he's gonna say, and do you know the whereabouts of our Camarilla friends?
The ones we think are responsible for this?
I'll give a nod.
No, we don't have a location yet, but we do have some things we're following up on. We have some numbers that didn't lead very far, but they at least led to a payphone. I am going to be looking into the area to see if there's anything more there. We have some video evidence. Essentially, it seems we have some pictures of all of them. Or at
Well.
least their usual disguises.
And with that, he'll kind of stand up and say, well, looks like I'll be paying Streetwalkers a visit. See if I can get those pictures from them. How about you leave the phone booth to my men and I? The boys are a little bit rowdy and looking for some blood, if you catch my drift. Might be unwise for one of you to be seen around that area.
I'm going to pull out like a small, like a really like small little like a pen and paper notebook kind of thing I keep in like an outside pocket, and a pen, and write down the information that Izzy gave me. And I'm gonna even write down a short description of Aiden and rip the paper and hand it to him. This description should, this should cover the looks of a man who called me. If you see him, I would pay you handsomely or do whatever you could ask for a reward if you potentially slit his throat.
He'll definitely laugh at that remark and kind of like facing towards Fang. He'll say, huh, got a firecracker with you, Fang. Think you, for that kind of thought you were old-fashioned that way. And Fang will reply like, well, just keep your hands to yourself and you'll be okay. And with that, Richard does come back in. Again, looking the same scowl on his face. And Anthony says, well, let's get on out of here. And they'll start to walk out. Shortly after they do begin to tread, you'll receive a call on your burner phone again. Said unknown caller.
I got a call on my burner.
Yeah, unknown caller. Anthony and Richard are like leaving. Fang is kind of sitting up, ready to leave, and
All right.
Jewel is still standing.
I will, I'm gonna push back, stand up fast out of my chair and walk away from them. Not as if to hide the call, just I know I'll need space because I'm sure of who it is. So I'll flip open the phone and, hello?
Oh, my dear Sydney. Hello. And you recognize the voice as Isaac.
I'm going to roll my eyes. Hello?
So I was talking with my compatriots and and well, I had hoped to hear from you sooner, but well, I guess you can't really call back. So I'll say this: are you still looking to meet? Are you still willing to help the cause?
I'm going to, like, the phone's up in my, like, ear. I'm just gonna, like, let it drop for a second. And after thinking for a moment, I'll put it back up to my ear. Is this about Isaac?
No, I mean, sorry, you are talking to Isaac.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
You said I knew, and I thought for a second it was Aiden.
No. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then speaking with Isaac, yes, in fact, I would be interested, but I don't know exactly when we could meet that I might entirely feel safe. I
Well,
don't know you, I don't know your exact intentions, other than what you've told me over the phone.
well, I'm a little short on time, but I can give you what you want to know. We do have a special guest here, and it'll kind of like pause for a minute, and you kind of hear some whimpering, and seems Sally is quite keen on helping our cause. I hope you'll be so inclined to join us.
Like quickly, like covering the speaker as much as I can, phone away from my face. Fuck. Put it back. Yes. Please, if you could tell me where you would like to meet.
There's an old private airstrip, still in use, but during this time, I find it shall be a perfect place to meet without any onlookers.
Of course.
I trust you'll be alone.
Yes, of course, I'll come along, but don't exactly see how this bides well for our future relationship.
Well, they say an enemy's enemy is a friend, don't they?
Yes, but blackmail doesn't ever make for very close friendships, now does it?
Well, I hope you'll have a change of heart soon, but if you will excuse me, and he'll give you the address real quick. We'll meet here at, say, 11 o'clock. I do have another engagement that I must attend. I do hope you'll forgive me, but we'll meet soon enough.
Who should I look for? I don't know what you look like.
Look for a blonde gentleman. I'll be wearing a suit.
Lovely, I will see you there then.
Pleasure. And he'll hang up. And before we resume your scene, Jasmine.
Hey.
Hey! So, where are you gonna be? Are you gonna be at the law firm? You do have a case tomorrow.
Yeah, so
Check your emails and whatnot.
check her emails and stuff, probably on her phone, but kind of want to go check out the library up north.
Okay, yeah. We'll say, like, again, waking up, doing your morning routine. You rush to, like, the law firm. You gotta, like, do some paperwork for tomorrow's case.
Yeah.
At 11. Okay, and then you check your emails. Nothing yet on the car rental. That does
Can
take
she
a couple days.
call them?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, she'll call them.
Hello, Lucy.
Wow, they're open
how
at
can I
9.
help you? Yeah.
Hi, yeah. I sent your company an email a few days ago, or very recently, actually. Basically trying to investigate a little information from my client.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Trying to see if you got that email.
Yeah. Well, it goes to a company, and I don't really have access to it, but can I help you with something? You want to rent a car or what?
Can I speak to your manager?
Yeah. And she'll kind of grumble and put you on hold, and you kind of hear like the elevator music. And
Yeah.
It's, hello, this is Mark.
Hi, Mark. And she'll, please don't make me relay this again. Don't.
No, I'm not. Well, without credentials, I mean, I can't really just hand out that information.
Of course. What can I email you to make this more manageable for you?
And he'll give you an email, and you can quickly just relay that back, and he'll say, okay, Miss Rosenthal, I see a pun of a lawyer. What do you need this again? Why do you need this license plate number?
My client has gone missing. I'm just following the trail to get back to him so that way I can get him to his court date tomorrow.
All right. Well, you sure he hasn't skipped town or what?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Okay. And he'll say, if you could just hold on, that'd be great.
Okay,
And
sure.
he puts him on hold again. And, a couple of minutes later, he's, all right, looks like the name was for a Matt Gomez.
Is that so?
Yeah, his address, well, his address is a P.O. box, but you still want it, or?
Of course, absolutely. Anything you can give me.
Yeah, he gives you the P.O. box number.
And then do you have a description of this gentleman?
Well, Hey, Lucy! Yeah, you got a description on that guy? What do you mean you weren't paying it? He says...
anything on his ID, if you have that.
Yeah, let me pull it up. I'm sorry about this. It's embarrassing. But can I interest you in some savings on your next car rental or anything while we're on the phone?
Absolutely. If you can email me whatever information, that'd be fantastic.
All right, yeah, we're doing a 2-for-1 special, So he pulls it up. He says, yeah, short, spiky hair, Mexican, maybe in his late 20s, brown eyes, no scars on the face or anything. Says he's 5'6", pretty short guy.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Mr.
Mark.
Thank you.
Thank you, and I hope to see you soon.
All right, thank you. Bye-bye.
All right, so as that phone conversation kind of stops, you're standing up from your desk. You're about to go check out this library, you said. But before you could make it to the door, you actually hear a knock.
She will answer it.
And as you open the door, you see a blonde gentleman. Accompanying him is a woman with jet black hair, very finely dressed with ruby lipstick. And he says, you hear the blonde fellow like, oh, I have another engagement I must attend. You will excuse me, right? And hangs up the phone and says, Jasmine Rosenthal, I presume.
Yeah, my name is Jasmine Rosenthal. Did you need help representing? Did you need representation?
Oh, no, not from me. For a friend. You're helping out Bruce Malleone, I believe.
Oh, are you a friend of Mr. Bruce Malleone?
Yes, I can say we're acquaintances. And he sees you standing up. He's, is this a bad time?
Well, I was just about to go out, but actually now don't you worry about it. Have a seat. She'll sort of gesture to her desk and sit down.
Okay. Yeah, and he'll take the seat and kind of crosses his legs and says, well, Miss Rosenthal, I do have some information that may be, good. I can't think of a word. Good for your case tomorrow.
Please do share, and she'll pull up open up a computer screen. This blonde gentleman, is he, and this woman it's exactly the people on the video, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
You recognize them from the picture.
Just to be completely positive.
Yeah. And so he says, well, before I give you any information, you must agree to some terms, Jasmine.
What terms exactly?
And he kind of looks to Rose, and she'll have like a small, little, woman's business purse kind of thing, and pulls out a paper, and it's a list of instructions. Actually, it says, "I need this done before I give you anything, and you must sign on the bottom to agreeing to these terms."
What does it say?
It says the first one is information about your anything, Jeremy McNeil, who you're working with, as well as anything of that case. The second thing is to agree to work with the Camarilla. that is, you'll have a position of political power. What political power that is, you're still undetermined. And the third thing is always keep in contact. Now, Miss Jasmine Rosenthal, I know this is quite a bit to take in, but I assure you that I only do mean to help win your case.
Yeah, I'm sorry. This is a lot that you want me to sign with no backing on your end.
He'll kind of smile at that and says, "Well, I do know your reservations are justified. Well," and he'll look at Rose again, and she pulls out a small USB drive and plugs it, and he looks to you and says, "May I?"
I am sorry. I have a lot of client information on here. I do not know if that's some kind of a bug or a virus.
It's neither one of those things, Miss Rosenthal.
Yeah, I'm sorry. While I appreciate your word, I can't risk my clients' information like that.
Fair enough. And he'll look to Rose again, and she kind of rolls her eyes, pulls out a small laptop, a little notebook-sized laptop, pulls out the USB and plugs it in, and you see a small clip of a video, and it actually is of Bruce Malleone passed out in a chair, and you see Otto kind of running around the surveillance room, and before it plays any further, the video pauses.
Okay, so sorry, just to get a clear image here, we have Mr. Malleone tied up, passed out in a chair.
Yeah.
And Otto is in that room running around.
Yes, looks like he was setting up things.
Okay.
You see, Miss Rosenthal, we do value Malleone's case. As you can see, the streetwalkers do have quite a lot of political ties within the city, and we need to sever those ties if the Camarilla is to reclaim the city. So with your help and my newly found information, I think we could both benefit off this.
Do I have time to think about this?
Well, your court date is tomorrow.
Yeah, so can I have an hour?
And he'll kind of stand up from the chair and says, by all means.
I did not get your name, sir.
Isaac. And this here is Rose.
She'll shake both their hands.
Pleasure, Miss Rosenthal.
If you can give me some contact information, I'll let you know in an hour.
I'll just wait out in the lobby. I presume you won't call anyone?
No, I will not call anyone.
Good. Well, may I have your phone then?
Sure.
And he'll take your phone. And, well, I'll wait in the lobby. You have 1 hour.
She will lock it behind them and pull out the burner.
That's fine. Yeah. So going back to Sid, yeah, you have the arranged date, meeting, time. What would you like to do after Isaac hangs up the phone on you? Sid? I think your headphones are off.
Baby girl
Me?
Spira?
Sorry, no, I was paying attention to something in the chat. What am I doing after speaking with Fang and Anthony and everything?
After Isaac, the phone call.
Oh, yeah, okay, so I'd walk back towards Fang and Jewel and say, that was Isaac, the one I mentioned before, the new prince of LA. He wants me to meet with him.
Fang gives kind of a concerned look on his face, and says, "So, yeah, do you think it's a trap?"
Well, probably. Of course, he told me to come to him by myself. I don't know exactly what should be done in that sense. I am a bit uncomfortable, but I would hate to. He has Celeste.
And with that, Jewel you see her get frustrated and punch the table. And Fang will kind of look over and says, "Well, good thing we don't really abide by code of honor. So, how about we set up a sting, so to say?"
That is what I was hoping he would say.
Right. And jumping back to Jasmine, you have your Burnafrone. What would you like to do with that?
Yeah. First text goes to Zhao Lang.
Okay.
Says just and she does this at her desk, hiding it like a kid at high school, basically.
Do a dex and stealth for
Sure.
seeing if you hide it well enough.
Why didn't I take Dotson's stealth?
Oh, you don't have anything? So
No,
You could intimidate the window into being closed.
Yeah, so it'd be a
I'm
difficult.
guessing it's like a glass, like one of those frosty glasses, right? Like in the PI movies.
I don't know what that means.
Frosted glass, where it's like not fully see-through.
I mean, they're vampires. They have keen senses. Keener.
So gonna roll it and also gonna burn a willpower because.
Oh, it's either
You can't
or.
do both.
Oh,
Yeah,
well then I'll
either.
just burn a willpower.
Okay, so very clumsily, I'm actually gonna roll for this as well. Yeah, very clumsily you try to hide the phone, playing nonchalantly, and you see the woman with Rose with jet black hair. She kind of glances over at the window and stands up and will shake the door handle only to realize it's locked.
Yeah, no, she is texting like SOS to everyone if she hears the thing shake. Just say it's Camarilla at my office.
Okay, and is your door made of wood?
In fact, it wouldn't be made of anything else. Yes.
I'm sure it's not steel.
It is not a reinforced steel door to give the client some privacy and comfort.
Yeah. With that, you see the wood begin to melt and burn, and there is a hole.
Does she have a window? Can I have a window?
What do you mean?
Is there a window in her office?
In your office? Yeah.
Yeah. Motherfucker, she's gonna jump down and away.
Okay.
And away.
Wait, jump out of the window towards the street?
Yeah, I mean, it's nighttime.
Can she yell away as she jumps out of the window? And away!
No, it's just a final fuck you.
So yeah, roll a dex and athletics.
Yeah.
Hopefully you make the landing. We'll say it's like a 2-story window. Yeah, okay. Not like in the most graceful manner, but you do kind of stumble and jump out the window and catch your balance. And with that, yeah, you're out in the street.
She's running her ass to her car, man.
Okay. Yeah, you're in the car and you drive away, I presume.
Yeah, while texting She's just gonna call Otto.
Okay. So, Otto, you're getting a call from Jasmine, of all people.
Hello.
Hi, where are you?
I'm at the Widow's Web. Or actually, I would be at the Widow's Web at this point, right?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm at the Widow's Web.
Where were you a little while ago when you were with Bruce?
What?
When
I haven't
you were
seen Bruce. What Bruce?
Bruce Malleon, please do not fuck with me right now.
I haven't seen a Bruce Malleon in X number of days since I last blackmailed him, but I'm not going to tell you that out loud.
Okay, so then I can presume that the footage that Camarilla just showed me was you blackmailing him?
I probably, like... How would he respond to that? Wait, oh, no, I'm sorry, you said Camarilla. You're with the Camarilla?
No, not anymore.
Where the fuck are they?
Well, do you want to meet somewhere? Because we need to talk about a lot of things.
Fine.
Okay. How about someplace where your men aren't gonna try and beat the shit out of me as soon as I leave?
Where did you have in mind?
And she'll just like pick some diner.
That's fine.
Then I will probably head relatively quickly towards the diner, grabbing the gun that I am in no way trained to use, but, you know, just, it's nice to have.
Yeah, and we'll actually end there for the night.
And see.
Yes, man!
Yes, it gives me time to prepare my answers.
Yes! I don't want you to do that because I never prepare, and therefore I was hoping that we'd come in on equal.
I drive 45 minutes to and from work on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. I have plenty of time to do it.
God damn it.
So, yeah. With,
man.
Yeah.
I can't wait until not you, Ghoul, Bruce. This is gonna be great.
Fuck you, bro. It's just a race. It is.
Yes, it is. I cannot wait. I love it.
So with that, we saw the massacre that happened at the Widow's Web with the escorts. Sid got a call to meet with the prince. Izzy found out that the Nosferatu pack rats were involved with the hacking of Otto's surveillance equipment. Otto got to see the Camarilla kind of in action with all their faces, and Jasmine had a close encounter with the prince himself. Tune in next week for more.
Next time on Vampire the Masquerade.
Yep, so thank you for everybody who watched. Thank you to the new follows. Love all of you guys. Yeah, so Zabani is, oh good lord, is spamming our Discord link right now if you want to join. We also have all of our episodes are uploaded to YouTube. That link is down below in all of the information, which can also give you a bit more about the channel. Check that out. A couple shout outs is Revolver C is an amazing variety game streamer. He's taking a little hiatus right now due to some fun moving business. But he'll be back at it within just
like
few
2 weeks.
Yeah, he'll be back at it soon, so definitely give him a follow. Elvish Dame on Wednesdays about 9:30 p.m. EST will do her art stream. She mainly actually focuses on RPG stuff. She does stuff from our game, but she'll also do requests or, you know, just any fun thing you like think up and want to see her draw if she has nothing else going on in her mind. Check her out. Awesome artwork. She's done the character portraits here and my banner. And that's about it. Last but not least, we have our Monday Hunter game just started. We should be on episode 3 this week. And of course, our flagship New York by Night game might be this Tuesday. We might do something else because we're actually thinking of wrapping up for like kind of a season finale. Take a little break and come back to see what our characters are up to.
We have to do the finale though.
Yeah, no, actually though. So we'll probably play this Tuesday, and then we'll see what happens to our New York gang afterwards. But yeah, definitely check those episodes out in the coming week. So yeah, I think that's it. Love you all. Check out the Discord. We'll probably be in chat for at least a little while if you want to join us. We'll answer some more questions if you have any, and just say hi. Love you all. Bye!
Bye, bye, bye.